Yeah, buckle up. Patriots. These clown shows in the streets, they're about as American as a commie parade. Time to sing it straight. No sugar. All salt, God bless Trump. And the USA. Out in Minneapolis, they're screaming abolish, I see. Blocking road like idiots, acting all high and mighty. Portland's burning again, Antifa thugs in black. Smashing windows, hurting cops, yeah, take that back. Los Angeles riots, property going up in flames. Injuring our boys in blue, playing stupid games. Inflatable animals bouncing like fools in the crowd. Dinos and ducks, what a joke, screaming loud. Paid agitators stirring the pot with sorrow's dough. And still all chaos, but we all know it's a show. These antis protests, stupid as hell, downright dumb. Anti-American trash, where the hell you from? Riots wrecking our cities, hurting the brave and true. But President Trump's fighting back, making America new. Keep the U.S. great with borders strong and tight. Law and order forever under freedom's light. You pointless clowns got no hope. ICE follows the law. MAGA's rising up. Hear the patriots roar. Across the U.S., these whiners cry and moan. And a law and order, leaving destruction in their zone. Damaging shops, spraying hate on the walls, injuring police who answer the calls. And off on masked, hiding coward faces, paid by elites to trash our sacred places. But MAGA counter-protesters standing tall and proud, waving flags, pushing back the radical crowd. YouTube blowing up with the real truth exposed. Local media filming your farces deposed. Huh? You think your tantrum's gonna change a damn thing? ICE deporting crooks, that's the law we bring. No hope for your nonsense, it's all hot air and lies, while Trump's keeping us safe under star-spangled skies. Inflatable critters, what a pathetic sight. Smart-ass radicals losing the fight. We're protective as hell of our red, white, and blue. You anti-American fools, we're done with you. From coast to coast, your protests fall flat. Ridiculous chants like a bad circus act. Expanding on YouTube, the world sees your shame. Local news capturing your blame game. MAGA warriors rally, turning the tide. Defending our nation with patriotic pride. These riots are garbage, injuring the just, but Trump's law and order, in him we trust. These anti-ICE protests, stupid as hell, downright dumb. Anti-American trash, where the hell you from? Riots wrecking our cities, hurting the brave and true. But President Trump's fighting back, making America new. Keep the U.S. great with borders strong and tight. Law and order forever under freedom's light. You pointless clowns got no hope. ICE follows the law. MAGA's rising up. Hear the patriots roar. Yeah, keep protesting, you ridiculous crew. Trump's making America greater than you. God bless the USA, land of the free and bold. These protests are over. Story told. MAGA forever.
All right, everybody, I am here. We are live in StarShip Studios in Southwest Florida, far away from the blue states where the protesting's going on right now, deep in free Florida. And yeah, wow, here we go again. I've been out. I got home just a little while ago, and I'm like, wow, look at this. We're already going here. So I went ahead and went live as soon as I could. I've got a pile of stuff here I'm working on. I'm trying to get everything put back in place after vacation. I still have computers off, screens out, but I'm getting it back on slowly. So as we go today, as I get a few minutes, I'm going to be hooking up different components and working on getting the studio back into the proper condition. But anyway, in the meantime, we are in full service here as far as this broadcast goes. I now have a bunch of different screens up. They do duplicate from time to time. We've got two different things going on. I do believe somebody was able to confirm the upper left and upper center are, where did we say those were? Minneapolis. The top two are Minneapolis. The one on the upper right, I don't know. They just walked through a tunnel or something. It looks like they're in an inner city. So I don't know where this is at. I want you guys to notice once again, where's the American flag? These are anti-Americans. They're literally anti-Americans. I want you to look at the main shot there. Look at the pre-printed signs that Soros paid for. And I want you to look at all the different flags. Are these Americans? Are they protesting to make America better? Is that what they're doing? Are they making America great? None of them have, there's not even an American flag out there. And if you see an American flag, it'll be upside down and have spit dripping off of it. So these people will tell you, we're not anti-American, we're for America. Really? Then maybe one American flag, you know, at least maybe one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this is. This could be a no, don't go to war with Iran protest. That may be why we're seeing all the different flags. Agreed. I don't know. They want Maduro free. Sure they do. They don't like kings, except they like Maduro, who's a king. You know, isn't that amazing? I always thought that was so cool, how we can fight for one king and against another. Yeah, this march, maybe, I don't know where the march is. I don't know where either one of these are. I know the everything just flipped again. So I'm going to endeavor to find some more live feeds. Let me get over there and do that. As you guys know, we're in special live coverage. I want to, about once an hour, I try to make this announcement. I'm going to be here all day. But I'm going to be doing about 50 other things too. I've got to step out every 20 minutes or so and do something. I've got things to do on the property. I've got things to do in this room here. Plus, I've got to make sure I keep all the screens up. I monitor for music and sound that's not supposed to go out. And I will be taking some breaks where I play some music, so that way I can actually leave the room without worrying about someone else playing copyrighted material on my channel, which is, as you guys know, screws me up pretty bad. So let me see if I can find, okay, that's the one we got there. Yeah, that's Minneapolis there, where the big face guy is in the middle that just went offline. Yeah, that was Minneapolis. So suddenly losing all our feeds, which is typical right when I go live. I will normally won't go live until I have at least 4 or 5 feeds. And what always happens is I go live and then all the feeds go down. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Human dilemma. Sorry, Marco. We ain't got time right now for that bullshit. Whatever it is. I don't know. It's probably important. It's Marco Rubio. All right. So there we go. That's Human Dilemma. I'll put that up right there. That's the channel at Human Dilemma. And let's see what else we can find here. Oh, it's like, there's a cool one, but that's me. All right, enough of all the background music. All right, so let's take a little natural sound and see what it sounds like out there.
It's very clear what they think, and they won't accept a U.S. appointed leader. So I agree. I think it's time we listen to Venezuelans and stand with them. Solidarity.
I am using left and right ears separately. Left and right ears separately. I suggest headphones. If you're watching on a TV, pull the feed up on your phone or tablet and plug your headphones in, and that way you'll have the left and right feeds. I come over both, but the other sounds will be split between left only and right only. So that way, when you're listening, if you want to hear one thing or the other, you can do that. It's just another way to send you more information. That upper left one looks like he's decided to cover the Olympics instead. So I'm now looking to replace that one.
Be released, and we must be ready to get in the streets to protest these sham corpus meetings.
There's also been some rumors that there's going to be anti-protesters out here today. The left is saying the Proud Boys are going to be out there. The right is saying Antifa is going to be out there. You know how it is. So I don't know. I will say that a lot of the mayhem we've seen so far is anytime counter-protesters show up, the people on the left cannot tolerate opposing viewpoints, and they start attacking them physically or with condoms full of urine or whatever they might have at their disposal. Yes, they did. I know, Sao Paulo, I know, dude, seriously, I know, but let me turn these down just a little bit. Look, I understand, but people tune in because they want to get a feel for what's going on. They want a sights and sounds of Earth, basically. And the sights and sounds of Earth do require me to put up the sounds, you know. I mean, I don't mean to sound ignorant, but... All right, I'm still looking for better feeds. All right, this may be live. I'm going to put this up for a few minutes. I'm going to tell you what it is. Up in the center up there, over the president. Excuse me, President, Mr. President. I got to put something over you. I take press conferences, but I don't do political speeches. People would leave my channel for sure. All right, so this one in the center here, this is Mexico City. Protesters gather outside the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City demanding the immediate release of Maduro. They're decrying U.S. interventionism in Latin American affairs following the capture of Maduro. And so that's the upper center. I'll leave that there until I find something better to replace it with. We all scream for ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. You guys all say it together. Ice cream. This is a holdback from the Biden administration. Ice cream. We all scream for ice cream. Yes, he is in jail in America. So I don't know what protesters in Mexico City are going to do about it. course, you know, you can protest all day long. If what you're protesting is stupid, it's not going to happen. That's kind of like these people here.
Dictator Donald Trump signed an executive order designed to cut off any oil from entering Cuba in hopes of toppling the Cuban
The spoof channels are running rampant today.
Cuba rule extraordinary to U.S.
The fuck was that?
They define Cuba to be an unusual and extraordinary threat to U.S. national security.
My neighbors are noisy.
You have to ask yourself, how does a small island nation of 10 million people that has no missiles or military means of
I think that upper right one is Minneapolis, and I think it's live because, but I don't know. I don't see any snow on the ground.
obviously, Cuba presents no physical threat to the United
I don't know. I'm still working on sourcing everything.
has tried to overthrow the Cuban government for 67 years using sanctions, blockades, assassination attempts, and terrorism. Why? Because Cuba dared to say our land and our resources belong to the Cuban people, not to U.S. corporations. Karl Marx taught us that the ruling ideas of a society are the ideas of the ruling class. Thus, we are constantly told the United States is a democracy, and countries like Cuba and Venezuela are authoritarian regimes that must be overthrown.
So anyway, to finish what I was saying a few minutes ago, I will be distracted. I will be working on other things. It's not going to be like my regular show where I sit here and monologue for 2 hours. I will do a lot of monologuing today. I'll take questions. I'm going to watch the chat room. But I've also got to get some of this stuff hooked back up and everything so I can get the shows back up to snuff.
Will rule you. It is about who has power, who is heard, and whose needs are met. Democracy is about ordinary people controlling their lives, their labor, and their future.
I would love to see it. Email it to me, I guess. Email it to me, Texas, and I will show it on the screen for sure. Just let me know when, you know, email it to KO4EFS.
U.S. policy is determined by the will of the rich, not the majority of the people. Working people want health care, education, housing, a living wage. But
Does that mean you're coming at us?
It always sounds more like a party than a protest, doesn't it?
Who's got the folding chair? Just take it from above. That's what I'm saying. It's metal. It's a little cold to hold on to. Now that's winter. I like it.
Oh, that thin blue line thing? That thin blue line won't save you! Tell Derek, that did not save him! Fuck you, you fucking blood lizard!
We're dealing with some very intelligent folks out here, man. Cape Cod, Mass. Welcome aboard the ship. Glad to have you on. We do all kinds of different coverage. We're also live every night at 9 p.m. With a multi-screen news and science show. And we've been doing that for a little while now. So thank you for coming aboard. And you guys, if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe. Hit that subscribe. What a bunch of noise. They brought the band again today. Whose picture's on that drum? Is that Joe Biden? I can't tell. Show the drum, asshole. There you go, guys. Yep, we're getting up there. Welcome aboard, everybody. Lots of people coming on the Starship tonight. My name's Ian. This is StarShip Adventures. And we are live tonight at StarShip Studios. StarShip Studios is not even back in full service yet. The ship's sitting in dry dock, and the engineers are still working on connectivity problems. But this part of the studio is up and running. Everything's going well. Later on tonight, I should have all the cameras and everything back up in here. I'm working on it. Okay, yeah, I will watch for that. Make sure I got my mail up somewhere. All right, I'm looking for some more feeds. How do you get on a protest band? They got drum. Well, I'd rather they play the drums than the pots, if you want to know the truth. Gabriel, thank you for joining. I appreciate you joining the crew. Welcome aboard the Starship. We're on every night at 9 o'clock. Here's those pictures that Texas sent me. Texas Mouse, thank you for sending these, and God bless your animal there. When I lose one, it destroys me, man. I swear sometimes I think humans are easier. I don't know why. But man, I don't know what to say. I don't, I got emotional last night. I got saddened by the whole thing, and I'm sorry it's happened. All right, but yeah, there's your dog, and there's one more, I think. There it is. Look at that, beautiful pictures. I love what AI can do. If you guys, let me turn these assholes down. If you guys have never used AI, my God, just go try it. Go try using it. It's just fun. You can make pictures. You can put your picture in there and have it put you on anything or do anything. It's just amazing. Those are some amazing pictures. I would get those. I'd put those on my wall somehow. I would go ahead and just have Google print them out and send them to you. Which is, by the way, something they do in Google Photos. You can just go in there, or whatever service you're using, they all do it. And get that printed out, because that's a beautiful picture. Yeah, he was a great dog. He was great for you, and you'll see his soul again. That's what's so great about it, is regardless of what you believe, unless you're a total atheist, regardless on everything I've ever believed in my life, I've always known that I'll see my animals again. I have probably 15 or 20 animals outside this house. Dogs, cats, mostly cats. Other things that died on the property or that we found. But yeah, I always said if the aliens came and scanned the ground around my house, they would think I'm doing some kind of cult here or something. Yep, they're waiting there for us. I know they are. It's their energy. You're not supposed to understand how it works. They're not. It's their energy. You'll know it when you see it, when you feel it, when you get there with it. You'll know that's that energy. All right. So anyway, there we go. I don't want to get going too bad, because I'll start going off, and men ain't supposed to cry, whatever. All right. So yep. Yeah, I know. That's the way I feel too. We've lost family, and we've lost a lot of pets over the years. They live a long time though. My cats live quite a while. I got 4 of them now that are right around 10 years old. And I got Maya the bus stop kitty. I can't bring her in because she doesn't like being picked up. She'll let me do it if something's wrong with her, but she don't much like it. She belongs to people 2 houses down. She eats there. She eats next door. She eats at my house, and she eats across the hard road. And she's got 4 houses. And one day we're all standing out there after the hurricane, and we're talking. And I said, I haven't seen Maya since the hurricane. She goes, oh, you mean the gray bus stop cat, Maya? I said, yeah. She says, oh, she was up a little while ago. I fed her. I'm like, really? I said, I feed that cat every day. She goes, I feed that cat every day. And my other neighbor goes, you know what? I feed that cat every day. And it's not even any of the 3 of ours cats. She lives over there, and he feeds her every day too. She just goes around. She goes around and she eats a little bit here and a little bit there. She likes to visit the restaurants around the block, you know. But that's Maya the bus stop kitty, probably about 16 years old now. Outdoor cat. She is fixed. The first day that, you know, Carlotta's grandchild walked up to the bus stop for kindergarten, that cat was there. And that cat was there every morning. Hey, Shane, what's up? And every morning that cat was there for the kids. And it was Maya the bus stop kitty. And we've always known this cat. She was here today. She's 16 years old. She came up today for dinner. So I love cats, man. They've got their own style. Every one of them is very different. They're very intelligent. There you go. Yeah, I had 2 that were 21. I've had 1, 2, 3 that were 16, a couple that were 15. Yep, welcome aboard, Shane. I do appreciate you coming on in, hitting that subscribe button. If you guys hit the subscribe button and your name doesn't pop up, just know that it's because you've got it set to private. Who you're subscribed to can either be public or private, and that's in the settings on YouTube. So if you've got who you're friends with set to be private so people can't see who you're subscribed to, then it will not pop up on my screen when you subscribe. That's a Streamlabs thing, and I've got turned on. I like it, but some people get aggravated because they don't see their name pop up. So I just like to mention that every now and then. All right, yeah, this is starting to pick up here. We got to see what happens once it gets dark. Minneapolis, we're looking at sundown in about 30-40 minutes. Complete darkness here coming up in 30-40 minutes. It should be. You can see there the sun is setting. I think some of these pictures are out of Minneapolis. Portland still has some time. Portland's we're looking at another couple of hours. It's 6:52 in Minneapolis right now. So really should be almost completely dark there now. And that's why I'm wondering where all these are. And then, hey Marie, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the Starship. We're on every night at 9 p.m. Eastern, but I also come on anytime news breaks. And so that's why we're here right now. Oh, wow, 3 Doors Down. Good band. Very good band from growing up. Hey, God Rides. A Harley. There we go. I didn't know that, but that's good to know. Must be a big-ass Harley. I mean, a big one, you know. All right. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is StarShip Adventures. My name is Ian. We normally do long-form talk and commentary, lots of science stuff in the evenings. Hey, Andy, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining. Glad you're here. Yeah, this is costing Minneapolis. It's calling the state of Minnesota and the federal government all having to pay more money every day because of all this bullshit. It's true. Now, I am not against protesting. Never said I was against protesting. I think it's your right. I also can have my opinion that what you're doing is useless and it's not going to make any difference. Hands off Venezuela. Well, there you go. Okay, so we got the vagina hats? I haven't seen the vagina hats yet. Mostly Toasted 76. Thank you for joining the crew. Welcome aboard the Starship. We are on every night at 9 p.m., 7 nights a week here for a multi-screen news and talk show. All right, and we do it up pretty good here. We do a lot when there's not much going on. We do a lot of AI stuff and a lot of space weather and terrestrial weather, storm chasers, and even some ham radio and some crazy stuff in here. So lots of science, lots of science. And we also do politics, but it always leaves a bad taste in my mouth. All right. Yes, hey Heath, it's nice to be here. I'm glad to be here when the sun's still up, which it is actually going down out here. We've got about 20 more minutes. Hey Rod, thank you for joining the crew. Welcome aboard the Starship. I will assign you guys quarters later. All right. I've got some really cool stuff coming, guys. Wait till you see what's going to go on. We're going to do memberships. We're going to do ranks. I'm going to make you guys thumbnails for your role and put them on a website. Wait till you guys see what I've got planned. It's going to be a lot of fun. My mods are all going to be on a website where you can see the whole crew. Of course, anybody that wants to. It's not you certainly have the right to get out of that. Yeah. 5 minutes till the sun goes down. There you go. Yeah, that's when people. Hey, Brianna Watson, thank you for joining up. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard the Starship. I appreciate it. On every night at 9 p.m. Eastern and anytime news breaks. All right, my name is Ian. This is StarShip Adventures. Our secondary channel is Starship After Dark, where we do a lot of ham radio stuff, science experiments, and broadcast weird, nutty things live. This channel, Starship Adventures, is always me hosting. We don't use that for anything else. So set the bell on this one, because this is the one that will go live when we go live, when we're actually doing it. We have a studio here that I built. The other people that work out of this studio are gone for work right now, so I'm here. My co-host is Mama Bleep. She's sound asleep over on console number 3. We have this all set up in here. I'm going to show you guys later. I really have to get a few cameras and the lighting and everything set back up. I went on vacation, and I was going to do a lot of work while I was on vacation. Okay, a lot of YouTube stuff, and it didn't materialize because of internet issues and stuff. So I ended up disconnecting and taking a lot of my lights and different things out of the studio. And even I've got screens back here that are all out. I got to get all this stuff going again. And so there you go. I'm going to work on that here in just a little while. I don't know. I doubt it. Like I said, I'm okay with protesting until it gets out of control. But where do you call it out of control? They're blocking roads. They're stopping people from getting home from work. There's low-level vandalism going on in many respects. So I don't know. Where do you draw the line? Where does it become, hey, when is it a protest? When is it unrest? And when is it riotous? I think that is kind of almost, I'm going to go look and see if there's maybe a graphic or something someone's made. How do you determine, like if you were going to look at it like an algorithm, how do you determine where we're at right now? Okay, right now I see a protest, but they are blocking streets. They're preventing traffic from flowing. And they're setting up without permits and things like that. But okay, if we decide to let that kind of stuff go, then I guess we can say this is still a protest. When they start beating on windows and smashing things and painting on stuff, that's at least unrest. And we're getting close to riotous activity there. When I see them prying the boards off the outside of the federal building, and they're yelling F ICE as they're peeling the outside boards off there, then boom, that becomes riotous activity, and that's where we're at a lot of times. However, I will say, a lot of what we've seen has been peaceful, and I will state that as well. Let's see, I hope my audio's good tonight. I'm back on the directional microphone again. I guess you can see it since it's right there on the screen. I'm back on the directional microphone, and that does give me a little better sound quality on the show. So I'm hoping that's the case. Yeah, the lone silencer, I tend to agree. If I were to walk out and just pull my car across the road and block the road and say, yep, I'm blocking the road because I don't like the county commissioners, okay? How long would that stand? I mean, they would come out and remove me. But, so to me, it seems like that should be what happens to everybody, but it's not. They were throwing dildos. Well, that's an expensive thing to throw. They're like $20-$40 a pop. I don't know. Get the really nice ones, you know, that vibrate and have the remote control and all that. I can only imagine how expensive that was. Could you imagine that? What? They're throwing dildos, Captain. Oh, power stuttering. Irvine protest. I'm going to take a look now and see if I've got any video coming out of Irvine. Listen, if you guys have links to video, you can email them to me at ko4efs at gmail. That's my standard email address. You guys can send links and then just let me know in the chat room that you sent the link, because I'm not monitoring that mailbox otherwise. All right. Is it Pettage? Petty G? Something like that. Anyway, thank you for joining the crew. Welcome aboard the Starship. And, yeah, it is. And I think I know what the problem is. I really do. All right, guys, it's time. I got to do it. This segment of our show is sponsored by Trumpanol. Trumpanol. For people who are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, do you walk around all day depressed thinking of bad orange man? Then Trumpanol. Trumpanol is what you need. Warning. There is a warning. Trumpanol. It will cause instant patriotism, and it'll make you turn that flag back right side up again, and it'll make you feel better about your country and how your system of government works here in the United States. So Trumpanol. I strongly suggest Trumpanol for people who are suffering with Trump derangement syndrome, because Trump derangement syndrome is not a happy or fun thing to live with. These people are really grumpy assholes, and I can't stand being around them. So if you're one of them, take some Trumpanol today, and let's see if we can work out that problem. Now, are you a psychotic? I mean, are you really bad? Let's try some extra strength Trumpanol. That's MAGA strength Trumpanol. MAGA strength Trumpanol. This stuff is great. If you take a few of these, next thing you know, you'll want to start a nuclear family. Get off your fat ass and maybe get a job. You won't feel like protesting anymore because you're going to be happy about your country. MAGA strength Trumpanol, an amazing medicine for people who are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Now, when you see Trump, does it make you so sick to your stomach that you can't hold down food? Well, I understand. No problem. Try Trumpanol suppositories. Just pop one of these little babies right up your asshole, and next thing you know, you'll be whistling Dixie. You're going to actually be loving this country. You'll be waving a flag that's right side up, and hey, you never know. Put a second one in, and you'll start a family. Get a job, and feel good about this country. Maybe even be an entrepreneur and start mowing your neighbor's lawn for $20. It's awesome. Try it today. That's Trumpanol fast-acting suppositories. Just try those today. And of course, if you just can't deal with how the elections have gone, and maybe your butt hurts just a little bit, try from the makers of Trumpanol. Try Trump Butt Hurt Cream. This Butt Hurt Cream will help you completely get around this problem. Apply it liberally, if you know what I mean, right to your butthole, and this will help you deal with the fact that bad orange man's got you so upset that you can't sit down. So there you go. Trump and All Butt Cream. Use it today. This stuff is amazing. And are you having a hard time sleeping? Try Trump PM. Trump PM, another amazing medicine out there that you can take, and while you're sleeping, you'll think of patriotic thoughts. You'll see flags. You'll love yourself. And when you wake up in the morning, you'll love your country again. And you'll get up and go get a job and quit being such a riotous prick. And so try that today. That's Trump and All PM. Get the good night's sleep that you deserve. Trump and All PM. Trump and All and all the related products can be found anywhere that psychedelic or ignorant ass people drugs are sold. So find those today. If you'd like to save 20%, use the discount code MORON and get a 20% discount on any of the Trump and All products. Trump and All. And thank them for sponsoring the show today. Trump and All. Oh, here we go. We got an arrest. Oh, here we go. We got an arrest. See, Trump and All, if this person would have taken Trump and All 3 hours ago, they would not be being locked up right now by policemen wearing yellow uniforms. Yeah, you'll dream about paying your taxes. Thanks, Fishman. I appreciate it. Oh. I'm glad you guys like that. I've done that about 10 times now, so I'm getting pretty good at it. I do that without read, by the way. I have no read. Oh, here we go. They're just arresting everybody. Where the hell is this? Has got to be in Minneapolis. They're throwing them on the ground. They're throwing them on the ground. Looks like people catching fish on the dock. Oh, we got one rolling away. Lee County, he's rolling away. Oh, my God. Here we go. That one's going to roll her way all the way back to South Dakota. We keep us safe, and they've attacked the safe squad. Come on, Granny, give up the arms. She's the leader of a teachers union in her county, I guarantee it. Yeah, a lot of them ran away. Is this recorded? I think this is recorded. It's going out on a channel that normally only puts out things live, but yeah, this could be earlier. I will disclaim that right now. This could be earlier, but I haven't seen it. I don't think most of us have seen it. So there you go, Denise Bragg. Thank you for joining the crew. Welcome aboard the Starship, and we are on every night at 9 p.m. Eastern for a news and science multi-screen broadcast. And my co-host is here, Mama Bleep. She loves to come into camera and immediately show her ass. Hi, Mama. You gonna say hi? Here, come over here and say hi. Can you turn your ass around? Say hi to everybody. She doesn't understand camera work. I don't. Staying in her lights, all that kind of good stuff. See, now the mic, you're between the camera and the mic. That's not working. That's not working. You gonna talk tonight? No. I do most of the monologuing. All right, so anyway, Ice Baby. If I sing it too good, I'll get a copyright hit. All right, so here we go. This is earlier, guys, in the big window, earlier. Everything else, I believe, is live or close to live. And I am watching. I'm going to go back now and start looking. Yeah, it's earlier. I get it. I know. And thank you for letting me. Guys, listen, the hardest part of this job, the hardest part is getting through all of the spoof bullshit online and getting down to something that's actually live. Well, unfortunately, Liquid, I can't control what they say on here. I'm trying to keep it low. But cursing is something that has become accepted in society. And I think we've reached a point where I think, in my opinion, we literally need to educate our children that a lot of people just say dirty words and it's okay. We don't need to say them. That's how I would handle it, because If you get too absolutist on it, it ends up driving people away. And I just be careful with that. Everybody cusses now. It's the way it is. We say everything on the air now, but like 3 bad words. I think there's like 3 words and like 5 conjunctions I can't say on the air anymore. We're saying dick and balls, and I mean, we're saying stuff on the air. You have no idea the stuff we say on the air. And so it's just literally what it is, okay? You know, I try not to use the F word. I do say the S word quite a bit. I never use the C word or racial slurs of any kind. But that being said, it's not a clean channel. And when I put through natural sound, or nats, okay, a lot of times there's a lot of cussing. I get demonetized sometimes. If I let too many F-ice, if I allow that to go on for a few minutes, they'll demonetize me. And that's fine. I understand. I know the rules. And so when I hear the negative chanting or that with the F word in it or whatever, then I will turn that source down and pull up another source. That's all. I don't know what's going on up here now. I'm going to try to find some other feeds. Let me go take a look. Oh, there we go. He went back into the split screen again. Yeah, this is the Venezuela to Iran. See, more anti-American. These are all anti-American protests, no matter what you're talking about. Now, I want you to notice when you're watching these scenes, the People's Republic of Minnesota. Sal, I'm sorry, my mistake. Thank you for calling me on it. It's the, or is it the Socialist Republic of Minnesota? I'm not sure, but one of those anyway. But yeah, thank you for calling me on that. Well, this is born out of ignorance. To Davy Do. To Davy Do. I think that's it. To Davy Do. Thank you. Welcome aboard the Starship. We're on every night at 9 p.m. right here on StarShip Adventures, doing our thing. We have a multi-screen news and science show, and when there's no breaking news going on, we cover science stuff, storm chasers, space weather, police actions. We do a little bit of everything here. And we do weigh heavily on science. We do a lot in propagation and communication. If you're into the science of communication or even the science of space weather or terrestrial weather, you'll probably enjoy this channel because I skew it towards the science side rather than the political side. So, and look what I bought. I don't get this all that often, but yeah, look at that, huh? What do you think about that? Yeah, I picked up a bottle for my cat. Isn't that good? Yeah. Walmart, $6. Can't beat it. So I got this, so now I can mess my cats up anytime I want. They love catnip, but it's not like they freak out over it or anything. But they like. See, she's interested. I think she's already caught a whiff of it. I don't even have the top off yet, and I think she knows what's in it. She knows what's in it. What do you think, kitty? You say that man was terrible. He got his cat all messed up on the air. It was terrible. Puss hole of Minnesota. Come on, President Trump. Let's finish this. Yeah, you know, it does take time. Oh, you grow it. That's cool. It does take time to prosecute fraud properly takes several years. People got to realize you're going to have to be patient on this. You're going to have to understand that this is the way it works. It's going to take a while. The fact that there's already been arrests and stuff is actually because they're really, really going as fast as they can. All right, so we got another stream ending up there. What do you think, Mama? Hey, Franz, what's up, man? Thanks for coming on. Welcome aboard the Starship. I hope you enjoy the ride. I'm looking for new content, guys. Please bear with me. I'm making sure I've got everything that's coming in. How much of that are you going to eat? That top middle is Mexico City, by the way. Top middle is Mexico City. She's sniffing it, she licks it, and then she bites the container. What are you doing, Mama? You like that? I'll get her all messed up and she'll go lay down and go to sleep. Or she'll get all paranoid, whichever. Mogadishu soda. Mogadishu soda. I love it. Yeah, I think what we've been seeing is the big protests kind of end, and then there's other ones that start out again. Oh, hey, Ricky, thank you for joining up. Welcome aboard. We're on every night at 9 p.m. normally. Today we're doing extended coverage. And we're science heavy news, multi-screen news show. So, all right, there's another one there. That one I just put up. That's ABC 7 Chicago. But it says there's something going on, but I don't see anything going on. But I'll leave that up until I find something better. Okay, this one's supposed to be Portland, coming in from a news station. Okay, I think we've already got that one. Mama, you can't knock it over, okay? Hey, Craig, thank you for joining the ship. Starship, thank you for welcome aboard and all that good stuff. Thank you for being here. I haven't heard anything out of Sioux Falls. Let me go ahead and do a news roundup for you guys here. Let me just pour you a little right there, Mom. I'll clean it up later. There you go. There you go. Just a little for Mom Katie. All right, let me... Hey, Mike. Thank you for joining. Welcome aboard the Starship. Thank you for coming on board. And I'll tell you, we're on every night at 9 p.m. So check us out. It's 8 there, yeah. Yeah, we're 78 here, too. We're in the upper 70s. Question marks. Welcome aboard. I don't know why it did that. Some character it doesn't recognize or some bull crap. Okay, so let me see what else I can find here. I want you guys to notice when you're watching these protests, watch around an area. They'll have stuff stacked by like a telephone pole or like a little island somewhere. They'll have like a little stuff all stacked up. And what that is people come by and drop off supplies. And it's all these rich people are supporting this. And they can't be bothered to come out and protest, but they'll go buy drinks and food and all the different stuff. And the other night, even heating units and things like that. And they would bring them out and drop them off to all these people protesting. And so there's a concerted effort here beyond just protesters coming out to protest. She loves this stuff. She'll sit here just smelling it and sniffing on it and loving on it. Makes her feel good. I don't mind. For $6, I can knock them all up like 6 times. They'll love it. Yeah, it's that way everywhere. It's like, look at Georgia. I mean, you've got Atlanta and a little bit of Macon, and the rest of the state is red. Yes, North Dakota, South Dakota, red states. Hey, Dave, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard to Starship. We're on every night at 9 p.m. right here for a multi-screen news show. So welcome aboard and thank you for coming in. Why do they... Ulster Boy, thank you for coming in. Welcome. Thank you for joining the channel. Why do they keep saying that they're making them leave without due process when everybody that's been deported has gotten due process? And the reason they're being deported is because they came in without doing the due process. So it's almost like what I call truth reversal. The truth is they skipped the due process, and now we're doing the due process to send them out. That's the truth. But when you listen to the narrative from the left, what they say is they came here because they needed a better place to live, and now we're getting rid of them without due process. That's just not true. It's just not true. Yeah, that's it. They all read from the script. The scripts are sent out ahead of time. We just had a thing here where there was walkouts from 4 of our high schools here, and the kids are all getting no credit for the day. And all these kids walked out of high school, and what they found was they were all sent notices, and on the notice, it actually told them the chants to read and the things to say when they were asked what they were doing. So when you're asked what you're doing, you're saying that you're protesting the horrible treatment of blah, 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 blah. And they would tell them, hell no, ICE has got to go. They literally had like 12 chants. 2 of them were in Spanish even, for the kids to chant while they were marching out of school. And they were put up to it by staff within the school. That's the part that's bullshit. Okay? Their parents didn't know they were doing it, but they were put up to doing it by staff in the school. I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping that anyway, that common sense will prevail. Anyway, Melania, Melanie, I think it's Melanie. I'm sorry, with all the Melania and the show and all that. But anyway, welcome aboard the Starship. I'm glad you guys are all finding us tonight. When stuff like this happens and I go on early, a lot of people find us that don't normally know that we're here. And we're here every single night at 9 p.m. I'm usually on a little over or a little under 2 hours. And I've been on, sometimes I stay on till 3 o'clock in the morning if there's stuff going on. I also go live anytime there's a reason to go live. Yeah, California's got the kindergartners marching. I believe it. Those, the kindergartners that are not busy getting transition surgery or something. Yeah, I mean, the hypocrisy of the left is amazing. When you've got queers for Hamas, Hamas kills queers. I mean, that's literally like chickens for the fox. Hey, we're chickens and we've started a group to like help the fox because we like the fox. Go Fox. And how about a rally for no kings? And then a month later, a rally for a king that got locked up that they don't like that he got locked up. Now, are you for kings or against kings? I'm losing track. Instead of saying no kings rally, it should have been a no bad orange man rally because that would have been more accurate. You've made a mess, Mom. Made an absolute mess of me and a mess of my studio. Middle left is earlier. Yeah, I think that's earlier. I'll look to replace that. I'm almost thinking upper right was earlier too, or they're walking back through another tunnel. I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep looking, guys. I'm looking for new feeds all the time. That's what I do. Hey, Carrie, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining. I appreciate all you guys coming in tonight and giving us a shot here. We do this kind of coverage. We also are on every single night at 9 o'clock with coverage of whatever's going on in the day. There's one of their impromptu. You know what gets me is cops will get gunned down in cold blood and nobody cares. But yet some criminal will get shot because he did something stupid in front of a cop. And all of a sudden, look, they've piled up $1 million worth of stupid shit to oh my God, oh, you know, we gotta remember this man. You didn't even know this man, dude. This man, you know, whatever, he had a gun, he was fighting with cops. This woman, you mean the woman that ran down the cop? You know, I mean, come on, dude, this is ridiculous. They're all just looking for Debbie's lost keys. Yeah, there you go. It does happen early in life, as early as kindergarten. It goes on every day in every school across the country, many more than others. And of course, I'm not talking as much about, religious private schools and stuff. You don't see it as much there, but the indoctrination that goes on in these public schools is ridiculous. And this is a result of it. There's two kinds of people out here. There's young men and women that are in college or were in college that were indoctrinated by the people that teach at that college. The second group of people out here is union folks. A lot of them are paid agitators, paid for by the unions and by the rich folks. And they come out here. I mean, we know that the teachers' unions have been very much involved in these. Mama, what are you doing with the microphone? We know that the teachers' unions have been very involved. The one morning, there was 500 elderly blue-haired women that showed up, and come to find out it was the big teachers union that showed up from the state. So we're seeing a lot of that kind of stuff. All these are organized protests, and they still can't really get that many people to come out. That's kind of the amazing thing is no matter how hard they try, they can't really get people to come out. Okay, there's a very bad Donald Trump zombie mask, and he's wearing a prison jumpsuit that has reflective striping on it. And by the way, just so you know, prison jumpsuits never have reflective striping on them because our prisoners are not out walking around in the road. Zipper 396, thank you for joining the crew. I appreciate it. Fargo, North Dakota, but it's small. Yeah, I'm looking. If you guys find anything, let me know. Throw it in my email or throw it in the chat if you're a mod. And I'm going to look for it. Right now, we are trending #1 under protests. So there's not a lot coming out right now. There's a lot of spoof bullshit, but not a lot going on. Yeah, and there's a lot of people showing that stuff from earlier. All right, we've already got that one. Hi, Mama. Keep it G News. No, and they're just showing a television screen. Very nice, very nice. I'm looking, guys. Mama, why don't you help me look instead of doing all this other bullcrap? I know, you feel good right now. I get it. Oh, Mama. I don't see anything. She just knocked the catnip over. She's trying to get into the bottom. You got a problem, girl. What you doing, Mama? You know, I find myself, I could not give a shit less about the Olympics. I think the Olympics have become such a joke. It just such a bullshit joke that I can't even think about it. I don't even care about it. Well, thank you, Zipper. I appreciate that. Yeah, I am. It is what it is. Now, I will tell you guys, I'm a free thinker. I'm an open minder. I'm a constitutional libertarian. I'm generally to the right of most Republicans. But that being said, I think we can find mostly all common ground. And I understand the lunacy on the left. It's absolute lunacy what we see on the left. And I try to show you guys what I see and then talk about the lunacy. I mean, people need to see this. I know somebody's already said they don't like the cussing. Somebody's already said they don't like the background sounds. But it's important to hear what these lunatics are doing. It really is. I think it's important. Now, I don't know what's going on in this art gallery. I don't know if they're expecting something to happen in this art gallery. Maybe some kind of flash mob singing Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd. That's what I was hoping would happen. But no, probably some kind of mob. Oh, poor Baba Kitty. I don't see anything else to put up. I'm looking. All this Winter Olympics bullshit, it's like, really, who cares? Why do people get on them slingshot rides if their boobs are not properly secured? You never know what you're gonna see. Okay, guys, listen, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to put on a song for you guys because I can't sit here and monitor the natural sound. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to play a song for you guys that I wrote. Listen, I'm using AI to make my songs. I'm not trying to tell people that my songs, I make them myself, but they are available. I will give you the link if you need it. But I make them with AI, and I have a lot of fun doing it. And one of the things I think that makes our show special is the music, and so I want to go ahead and play this for you guys. The name of this song is called "Protestors Are Idiots," and there you go. I don't mince words. I guess you guys kind of figured that out. I leave all the screens up. I'll be back in about 7 minutes. Enjoy.
Buckle up, patriots. These clown shows in the streets, they're about as American as a commie parade. Time to sing it straight. No sugar. All salt, God bless Trump. And the USA. Out in Minneapolis, they're screaming abolish ICE, blocking roads like idiots, acting all high and mighty. Portland's burning again, Antifa thugs in black, smashing windows, hurting cops. Yeah, take that back. Los Angeles riots, property going up in flames, injuring our boys in blue, playing stupid games. Inflatable animals bouncing like fools in the crowd. Dinos and ducks, what a joke, screaming loud. Paid agitators stirring the pot with Soros dough. Anti-law chaos, but we all know it's a show. These antis protest stupid as hell, downright dumb. Anti-American trash, where the hell you from? Riots wrecking our cities, hurting the brave and true. But President Trump's fighting back, making America new. Keep the U.S. great, with borders strong and tight. Law and order forever, under freedom's light. You pointless clowns got no hope. IS follows the law, MAGA's rising up. Hear the patriots roar. Across the U.S., these whiners cry and moan. Anti-law and order, leaving destruction in their zone. Damaging shops, spraying hate on the walls, injuring police who answer the calls. And alpha-masked, hiding coward faces, paid by at least to trash our sacred places. But MAGA counter-protesters standing tall and proud, waving flags, pushing back the radical crowd. YouTube blowing up with the real truth exposed.
Thanks,
Local
John.
media filming your bosses to pause. You think your tantrum's gonna change a damn thing? ICE deporting crooks, that's the law we bring. No hope for your nonsense, it's all hot air and lies. While Trump's keeping us safe under star-spangled skies. Inflatable critters, what a pathetic size. Smart-ass radicals losing the fight. We're protective as hell of our red, white, and blue. You anti-American fools, we're done with you. From coast to coast, your protests fall flat. Ridiculous chants like a bad circus act. Expanding on YouTube, the world sees your shame. Local news capturing your blame game. MAGA warriors rally, turning the tide, defending our nation. trust. These anti-ICE protests, stupid as hell, downright dumb. Anti-American trash, where the hell you from? Riots wrecking our cities, hurting the brave and true. But President Trump's fighting back, making America new. Keep the U.S. great, with borders strong and tight. Law and order forever, under freedom's light. You pointless clowns got no hope. ICE follows the law, MAGA's rising up. Hear the patriots roar. Yeah, keep protesting, you ridiculous crew. Trump's making America greater than you. God bless the USA, land of the free and bold. These protests are over. Story told. MAGA forever.
All right, so there we go, guys. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. 2 or 3 different buttons I have to hit here, and I had turned that back on, but I don't know if I hit it to. I don't know if I turned it back off or what, because turn it on. I don't know what. I remember turning it on, but anyway, it doesn't matter. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian. Welcome. Yes, now it's 50 people will tell me no audio. Yes, I know, no audio. Thank you. I do appreciate you letting me know, but by the time it gets out there, like 50 people will tell me. Okay, good now. There we go. Got it. All right, so there we go. I must have turned the button back off. My bad. All right, so this is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. We're on every night at 9 p.m. for a science-heavy news and talk show where we provide everything in a multi-screen format. We deep dive weather here. I have Radar Omega. I have Flight Trader. I've got all kinds of stuff that I pay for here so that we can bring you the coverage of what's going on, whether it's tracking aircraft and tracking different weather, tracking space weather live, watching for auroras. There's so many different things we do here on this channel. Plus, we do watch police pursuits, big in the manhunt, scanner traffic. You guys, we play the scanner traffic live for you guys. So there's a lot of different ways that we cover what's going on in the world. And it's always done in a multi-screen format. So there you go. I actually prefer to show the news this way, and I'll tell you guys how I got this idea. Here's how I got the idea. I work at a TV radio station, probably one of the biggest ones in the area, and probably one of the biggest, probably the biggest one in Florida actually, because we've got 3 TV stations, 15 radio stations, and 3 print media, all in the same 70,000 square foot building. So yeah, it's big, and we're just moving into all that out there, and it's really cool. But anyway, in there, you can go in and you can sit in TV control, you know, if you work there. You can go back and sit in TV control. And what I do is, if there's something big going on, like, for instance, the day Charlie Kirk was shot, I walked in the door and they were running around in the newsroom. And I'm like, what's going on? Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck. I'm like, oh my God. And I ran immediately in, laid my stuff down, and I went right to the TV control room, and I sat in the back corner, out of the way, where I was not in anybody's way. And I watched. Why? Well, because in the TV control room, you're looking at a black wall with 20 TVs hanging on it. Or, in our case, 6 really big TVs that are split into, well, like what you see here. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I can see MSLSD. I can see the Communist News Network. I can see Fox. I can see Newsmax. I can see NBC National, ABC National, CBS National, Fox National. I can see all of the primary feeds that are coming into the stations from the national networks, like the raw feeds of speeches and things like that. They're coming in. And then you also have all the feeds from our live cameras that are in the field coming in, because this is where they select, okay, take 7, take 3, take 9. That's the same thing you're seeing here. I came up with this idea because I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if you could watch a news show, but instead of watching, you could click a button and watch the back of the news show. You could watch the producer's wall, where the guy that's talking is down in the corner out of the way, and you actually get to see 2 or 3 different events at the same time, or you get to see multiple views of the same action that's going on or whatever. And so that's where I got the idea, and that's where it came from. It's from working in a TV station. And yes, we do hurricanes. We met a lot of new people, got a lot of big numbers on the hurricane coverage we did for Jamaica. Hurricane Melissa, Category 5 Hurricane Melissa struck Jamaica and destroyed parts of that island. And we covered it the best we could. I was very surprised how many cameras we were able to keep up, even though they weren't in the main area that was getting hit. We were able to get out real-time information, and it worked very, very well. So, yes. And hurricane coverage, I use Radar Omega. And what that does, this is a very sophisticated broadcast tool that I use so that, let's see, where's it at? There it is. Yeah, this is Radar Omega. And with this, I can see everything from alerts to cameras. We can zoom in and check things out. There's a storm chaser in Milwaukee right now. I can zoom right in here what's going on in Milwaukee. We can put this in motion. We can pull up the storm tracker, and we can take a quick peek at what's going on. Oh, he's in his hotel room. Well, there you go. I'd wait till I got out of my hotel room before I turned the camera on there, bucko. All right, so anyway, there you go. There's these are cameras. You can pull these static cams up. Look at that beautiful sunset there that we're seeing. And that is in, it's from the Better Project. Where does it say where? Oh, that's weird. Normally it says where it is, but anyway, it's right near Clarion, in Idaho. Anyway, so there you go. Anyway, we're looking down here. You can see these are still power outages from the ice storm 2 weeks ago. Still looking at power outages here. And they're slowly dwindling down to just these. We had a few other ones earlier. Bert, thank you for joining us. Welcome aboard. And you can see here down here we've got a special weather statement. This is probably for fog Oh no, that's a fire warning. This is a fire danger warning in the northern half of Georgia. All right. So anyway, this when we have severe weather, this is great because it gives us a complete list of our severe weather. We can zoom in. We can do 50 different kinds of radar, including relative velocity and all kinds of different stuff. They've got all kinds of new maps in here. Radar Omega is amazing, and I pay for this service so that we can follow storms and we can track. I can put as many as 7 storm chasers at a time up here. And so we do a lot of storm tracking with Radar Omega. And we're watching that now. There is nothing really going on in any of our cities except Portland just had some rain move through. And you guys can see that here. Portland just had some rain move through. And it looks like they're going to get into a dry notch now. This looks like a dry notch out behind it. And there doesn't look like a lot more coming in. So it is going to dry out as the night goes on out there in Portland. And it looks like, yeah, the worst of it now is past Salem. And there's really not much more. The radar goes out pretty far here. And I'm not seeing anything else out here. So I think we're about done with it once it comes through this one time. All right, so there you go. That's what's going on in Portland. And any of the other places, Minneapolis, here's Minneapolis. We've got some what looks like light snow, I would assume is light snow. Let's change this and put this in our 3D weather map. Okay, there's some really cool things we can do here. This is coming down as snow in the Minneapolis area. And there's some really neat things you can do with this. Like this gives you the ability to turn the map and go 3D. I wish I had more weather to show you guys. But yeah, we can do all the same things they do on TV here on StarShip Adventures. And I think that's really cool. We have the ability to do all kinds of really neat things with the radar. Yes, I'm in political talk radio. I produced the #1 talk radio show in Southwest Florida, local show, and #2 show overall. We're right behind Glenn Beck, and we do an amazing show. It's Trey Radel, The Drive with Trey Radel on 92.5 Fox News. I produced that show. I've produced that show since day one. Yeah, well, they're Minnesotans. As I'm told, the Minnesotans are very hardy when it comes to the snow and ice. And I believe it. They're tougher than I am. I'll give them that. All right, so let's put this in motion and just see. It looks like... I don't know if a dry notch is moving in because this stuff looks like it's forming out behind. Looks like we've got like more forming back here. See how no matter how long I let it run, it still forms back here. So I think they could be seeing light snow overnight. This doesn't look like it's going to go away with any speed. Anyway, so there you go. That's Radar Omega. And like I said, we also have Flight Radar 24. And we've got a number of different services that I have here, including Broadcastify, where I am a data contributor. And we have full access to set that all up and put it through different channels and everything. So some really neat abilities that we have here at StarShip Adventures. And if you go back and look at our videos, you can actually see where I've pulled out some great clips that we've done live right here on the show. There's another one of those. Look, there's a supply truck. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but I start to wonder if this is a supply truck that's set up to supply the protesters. There's a lot of this going on, and I don't know if that's what's going on. The one on the lower right there, that is a memorial that's been set up with all the upside down flags. And that's a memorial that's been set up for the person that FAFO'd with ICE. You guys know what FAFO is. I don't need to tell you that. Yeah, Portland and a little bit in Minneapolis, but I think Minneapolis, since it's gotten dark, I've lost all the views out of Minneapolis. So I'm relatively sure it's getting dark right now in Minneapolis, and I don't see anything there. I think everything is West Coast right now. I was gonna spend the day. I was gonna spend the day putting my studio back together, and I ended up spending the day with my mom. We went. I haven't seen her since Monday, so I went over and picked her up, and we went and did a bunch of stuff today. So I got home and went right on the air. My God, that's loud. People going by with stereos so loud that I'm afraid it's going to go over the air. Yeah, the one in the center, guys, upper center is Mexico City. Okay, that's Mexico City where the sun level's starting to get lower in the sky. The upper right is I think is possibly Minneapolis because there's snow on the ground and it looks like it's getting dark there. Upper left and the center left is Portland. I'm pretty sure. No, wait a minute. There's snow there too. So I'm not sure. Let me go look. Let me get back in here and start looking for better feeds. I wish it was easier. I wish there was more feeds going on. There will be more coming online. I think we've already got that one. Okay, this is supposed to be live, and this is a channel that would normally be live. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I wish I knew which would be the best one to replace here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put it over me. Because I'm not sure which one to replace yet. Here we go. I'll just put it over me. This video here that I just put up, it says live at Lake Phalen, Phalen, East Side shows up for Minnesota ICE protest. Tonight we're live at Lake Phalen Beach as the East Side comes together to show community pride and support. So I don't know how thick that ice is. So we'll see. We'll see how thick that ice is. But that's why that lower left one there, that's why it's dark. It's getting dark there right now. It is 3 minutes before the top of the hour, 6 o'clock there in Minneapolis. So it's getting dark there. You can start seeing the stars are out. It's twilight. And there's quite a few people out there on the ice. The upper left one, I think, is earlier. I think that's all earlier with the yellow cops. I think I'm going to try to replace that one next. Yeah, it's definitely dark in that lower left as well. That's a good camera that they've got there. Look at that. Wow, they've really set some shit up. It is definitely still light, though, on the West Coast. We've still got 3 hours, or 2 hours. 2 hours before darkness on the left coast. However, in Minneapolis, it is now dark. Nope, nothing new. Don't drone me, bro. Oh, I gotta get something to drink. Let me put up some gnats here. The middle left may be earlier today. I'm trying to replace that. Anything with snow that's daylight is probably old. That's why, yeah, I'm thinking that left center when I think you're correct. It's old. I'm looking for something to replace it with. All right, real quick, guys, a programming note. At 9 o'clock, we'll be doing a hard restart. 9 o'clock, hard restart. I'll be coming back on fresh with a new show. I'll have a music going out, music coming back in. When I go off, I will immediately restart the next stream. It literally takes me about 1 minute. And then just come back into the new stream, and we're going to go on into past midnight. So I will be going for a while. Bob, I'm trying to put more, but this is all I can fit right now. Like I just explained a little while ago, I think you missed it. I work at a TV station, and I thought how cool it would be if you could actually watch the news the way the people in the control room watch the news, all at once. And so it's a different way to watch the news. It's not for everybody. If you're watching on a phone, you probably think it looks pretty bad and you can't watch it and you can't stand it. Okay, I get it. I understand. Message received. But a lot of people watch on 70-inch televisions, and then they use their phone to listen and chat, and that's how that works. Yeah, it's a balmy 11 in Minnesota right now. There you go. Yeah, but they'll do it. I don't know. Like I said, these people lower left, that's in Minnesota. It is nighttime there. This is a very good camera this person has. But there is a big thing going on there. There's quite a number of people there. I think upper left is definitely a recording as well. I'm working to replace them as soon as I can. If not, they're just showing you what happened earlier. I don't know. I can't do much about it. Yeah, everybody provides a few screens. Everybody provides the basic information. I'm trying to go above and beyond that. Wait till you come in and we're covering storm chasers one night. Tornadoes on the ground. Yeah, this whole Guthrie thing is just, it's amazing. I think it's disgusting to break into someone's house and kidnap somebody for ransom. That shit normally is like something that's relegated to Hollywood and the movies. God bless. I've been praying for that woman. I really have. I think she's still alive. I have a weird feeling. All right, Tim, we'll see you in a little while, buddy. We'll be on for a while. This stream will go till 9, then there'll be another stream starting at 9 o'clock. What's this guy? Is he some kind of Native American or something? That's the upper left, that what you're hearing. And that's earlier. This happened earlier, upper left. This happened earlier today. I'm going to let it play because I have nothing to put there. But that's what you're hearing in your left ear and up on the left side of the screen. These are the arrests that happened a little while ago. $20.26. Join the crew. Thank you for joining the crew. I do appreciate it.
Channel or whatever, if you want to, make sure you do it now, because now it's free, okay?
Follow the directions of officers.
All right, chat. I'm leaving. They arresting everybody. I ain't getting arrested for this. Go there. They gonna take my phones and I get them back. I'm going home. All right, chat. I'm done.
I got to tell you guys, these cameras have gotten a lot cheaper. You don't have to buy a Ring doorbell camera and have to buy a subscription to a Ring doorbell camera. That's not necessary. There's other ways around that now. And so I would suggest I mean, they do provide a good service. I'm not actually speaking poorly of them. It's just a lot of people don't need to spend that kind of money. Hey, Alex, thank you for joining the crew. Welcome aboard. We're here every night at 9 p.m. Eastern. But today we're on early. Yeah, I've heard good and bad about Ring, so I don't want to say too much, but I have heard they're a ripoff too. So I'm just putting it all out there. It is what it is. What I buy on Amazon is it's pretty easy on Amazon to find a decent deal. Let's see here. I want to find that one I have because I really like that. I bought these things like 2 or 3 years ago, and they're still working. Yeah, just to give you guys an idea of something that I bought and I've been using, and it's been up for 2 years and it's still working. By the way, we're losing all of our feeds here. Everything's going down, so I'm gonna have to go find more feeds again, of course. But let's see what we can come up with here. But real quick, I just want to show you. Oh, hey, hey, Lyle, or Little E? Is it Little E? Little E? Hey, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining the crew. I do really appreciate that. And here we go. This is one that I bought. It is on Amazon. And this one here, this is a great camera. Will it show me? There we go. There's the full screen. $49. You really can't beat it. And I'm telling you, this is not a product endorsement. These people don't pay me. I bought this thing. I got 2 of these and they work great. I sit here with my tablet a lot of times and I have it pulled up. This has 3 cameras. 2 of them are fixed and 1 of them is pan tilt zoom. It's got white lights. It's got infrared lights. It sees at night. It sees during the day. You can have 2 fixed cameras, like one on your front door, one on your shed, whatever. And then you can have the 3rd one. You can pan tilt and zoom it anywhere you want. I bought 2 of these for $100. I got 2 of them, and they work really, really well. So I'm just putting it out there. You know, you can do better than a Ring doorbell. Now this one, there's a subscription service if you want to pay for it, and they'll store your videos for a couple weeks, and all that kind of stuff. Or this one, you can put a chip in it, and it will store the video in the camera with the chip. So, yeah, everybody should have one of these, especially if you got a mom. We're actually putting up 2 of these over at my mom's house right now, outside her house, inside. These will both be outside. Eventually, we may put something inside too, but I'm thinking about putting one in the living room because I can talk to her through it. I can say, "Hey, Mom, you're not answering your phone." This thing has 2-way communications, by the way. It does all kinds of amazing stuff. And so I'm just telling you, there is some neat options out there, definitely and for sure. All right. Nothing really new on the seismic monitor out there. We had some seismic activity going on, but up till the last 24 hours, it's kind of quieted down. We are still possibly waiting for the next X flare from Giant Sunspot 4366. It produced 6 X flares this week. Today could bring lucky number 7. The sunspot has an unstable beta gamma delta magnetic field and harbors energy for strong explosions. NOAA forecasters estimate an 80% chance of an M-class flare and a 35% chance of an X flare sometime up until about now. We're kind of getting past it now, so I don't really think that anything's going to happen from now on. And if you want to find out more about that or about the bright comet that's out there right now, C2024E1, go ahead and check all that out at spaceweather.com. And again, not a paid endorsement, something I use every day. Spaceweather.com. Written by scientists for scientists. Great page. I lock my bedroom door at night. When I have when friends and family are staying here, I don't. But when I'm here by myself, I lock my gate, I lock my shed, I lock my front door, and then I lock my bedroom door. Yes. All right, guys, I'm going to be busy here. I'm looking for additional feeds. Man, there's just not a lot of cameras right now. It's like I might have went on too early or something. I don't know. There was a lot of cameras when I went on, but not so many right now. Milan. Apparently, there's a bunch of protests at the Winter Olympics. Couldn't give a shit, really. I don't care about the Winter Olympics at all. I don't care about Olympics. I don't care about any of that stuff. Whatever. Items were found on the roof. Yep, there. This is a strange situation here. Absolutely, to say the least. Let me find this here. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out here if amateur radio is a limited public forum or if it is a traditional public forum. And I've heard very good arguments on both sides of that. I just wanted to put that out there. I think it's a traditional public forum. But because of the fact that only certain people with a license can use it, it kind of makes it a limited public forum. But either way, it would be protected under the Constitution from the government's control. I think this was a planned deal for sure. Yes, and we're going to talk about this for just a minute. I really feel for this family. It's just terrible what's going on. So anyway, let me bring everybody up to speed. And this is the latest information that we have here. Nancy Guthrie, 84-year-old mother of NBC Today show anchor Savannah Guthrie, remains missing. She was reported missing on February 1st, guys. So we're 7 days in here. After failing to attend church, authorities described it as an abduction against her will from her home in the Catalina foothills north of Tucson, Arizona. Last seen on January 31st at sometime around between 9 and 10 o'clock. Family members dropped her off at home, ate, and after dinner and games, the garage door closed at 9:50. She was not heard from afterwards until the family checked on her the next day when she missed church. Blood evidence on the porch has been confirmed to be droplets of blood from her, and it supports the conclusion that foul play during the abduction is probably necessary. I think she was fighting them. Doorbell, front door camera was tampered with or disconnected. The camera detected motion around 2 a.m. on February 1st, but was non-functional for capturing subject footage, described as a major setback by the sheriff. No suspects or persons of interest publicly identified as of yet. The Pima County Sheriff says that FBI has not named anyone. They state the investigation is active with no one ruled out, and they are following multiple leads. It is a joint investigation currently between the Pima County Sheriff's Department and the FBI. Public purportedly ransom notes were received. Multiple notes were received, at least 3 notes demanding millions in Bitcoin were sent to media outlets like TMZ, KOLD TV, and KGUN. They include crime scene details, floodlight, Apple Watch, known only to the perpetrators. First ransom deadline passed without resolution. A Thursday, February 5th deadline around 5 p.m. local time came and went. No confirmed payments or further action reported was taken. A second ransom deadline approaching. A follow-up deadline is set for Monday, February 9th. Notes reference escalating demands if the first was unmet. New messages received and under review. As of February 6th, the local Tucson station, KOLD, received an additional message emailed tied to the case. Authorities are verifying the identity with no public details on content released yet, but it's described as a new piece of information. There was an imposter that was arrested for sending in a fake ransom letter. The California man was charged with released on bond, of course. No matter what you do in California, you're arrested and released on bond. They emphasized, they confirmed that he had no connection to the actual disappearance. Family video, pleas for her safe return. For those of you, most of you probably watched that video. It was heartbreaking. Savannah Guthrie and her brother Cameron released emotional videos urging the abductors to contact them directly, prove Nancy is alive, and release her. They emphasize her fragile health. She has a pacemaker that requires charging and things like that, and daily heart medication and monitoring. So there's a lot of, she needs to be found pretty quickly here. Family publicly states, we will pay. They've already stated they will pay for her. In a new social media video on February 7th, the Guthrie family directly addressed the possible captors, saying, we will pay to secure her return amid the ongoing ransom communications. That's why it's weird. It's the whole thing's weird to begin with, and then it's even more weird because they're willing to pay, and the people won't come through with a way for it to happen. Yesterday and today, investigators returned for follow-up sweeps of Nancy's home and the surrounding area. A blue SUV was towed from the neighborhood for examination. I believe it was in her garage. Probably not related, probably just towed so they can process it and see if there's anything in it, any prints or anything. President Trump comments on potential progress during Air Force One trip yesterday. Trump started, investigators have very strong clues and could have answers fairly soon, though no specifics were provided. So there you go. That's the latest. Not a lot of new information today. I don't think the family's involved. That's not my gut feeling, but my gut feeling is not always right. Yeah, they found blood in the entryway, and it's her blood. It's the mom's blood. So it's probably she was fighting him. Well, you have to remember, even people that it's really, really important they take their meds, a lot of times won't just drop dead if they don't take them. It makes them very unhealthy, and it will eventually cause their death. But it doesn't, most of the time, it wouldn't happen overnight. Even if she's on some very serious blood pressure medication or something, chances are, hopefully, she would be able to survive the situation. With her age, though, hypertension, it could be bad. I don't know. It could be really bad. I don't know. I pray for her. I really do. I don't care, Guthrie's a left-wing journalist. I don't care about none of that right now. I just want to see her mom get returned home. No, caregivers are expensive. Take it from someone right here. I mean, we're all taking turns trying to spend time with mom, but she has periods of time where she's by herself. She has buttons and ways to call for help and people nearby, but it is what it is, Yeah, the guy with the blue paint. I don't know what his problem with is. I don't know. He's one of these freaks, dude. Look, these protests bring out the freaks, man. I'm telling you. Mama, what's wrong? Are you coughing over there? What are you doing? What's going on? All that cold weather got to you, didn't it, baby girl? All that cold weather get to you? Hmm? Yeah, I don't know what meds she takes. There is no new, nothing new. Hi, Mama. Hi, baby girl. What are you doing? What was all that about? Like coughing or something? No? Why are you looking at me like that? What did I do? Let's see if we can hear what's going on. Is anything natural sound going on?
You let good cops be cops. You take the handcuffs off the federal agents and you put them on the bad guys. And you.
Hey, Jerry, how we doing? Nice to see you.
Hi, Mama. Everybody's spoofing. Spoofty, spoof, 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 spoof. Spoof, spoof. We all scream for ice cream. Seriously. I think we all scream for ice cream, don't we? Well, you know, a scholarly potato, it is hard to tell what's real anymore. That's part of my job here is trying to vet video before I put it up, trying to make sure that that the videos I'm putting up are indeed live, or at least I'm trying my best to make sure they're live. You know, it is what it is. Like right now, I can't even find enough live pictures to fill all the squares. Oh, what's wrong with you tonight? Are you okay? You got this lung thing going on again? She has bad lung problems. She's had it her whole life. She's almost died 2 or 3 times. She turns white after she gets these, where her lungs just fill up and everything. It's terrible. But we get her through it. If I keep her in here, see, she was out for a week while I was out of town, and her lungs are full. If I keep her in here, she'll dry out because of the, you know, it's dry in here. It's warm, it's dry. If she's outside in the cold nights and the night air, she ends up getting all full of crap. So hopefully I can get her cleaned back up again here. Oh, I don't see anything. It's all bullshit. Nothing, 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 nothing. All right, well. Well, there we go. All right, so we're continuing to watch what's going on here. As usual, the protests are not very big, and you can see the people showing up with all the stuff that they need to, to do a protest. Signs and heaters and food and water. It's kind of crazy. That center strip there with the lights that you see, they've set out all these lights. I don't know what they are, but these lights are set out in the snow, out on this ice. And I guess they're going to take pictures of it from space or something. I have no idea. Mama, your parents are loud. I'm surprised they can't hear you at home. So tough. Oh boy. Ice out. Peace out. Well, thank you everybody for watching out there. I appreciate it. Thank you for the time you spend here. And thank you to the 7,300 people that have come through and checked us out tonight. And you know, we are on every night at 9 p.m. right here doing the same basic thing, except I do a lot more monologuing. When on a regular night, I will have topics and we will discuss the news and different topics and what's going on. So catch us every night at 9 o'clock. Tonight, at 9 o'clock Eastern, in about an hour and 20 minutes, a little over an hour and 20 minutes, I will be shutting this stream down and restarting a new stream, the Sights and Sounds of Earth, for tonight. And our regular show will start at 9 o'clock. This is a special edition we're in right now. Let me see, neighbor. Copy link. All right, I'm putting it right over my head there. I just put it straight in. Okay, I got to go to the channel. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's that other one that we've got there in the middle, that was in the middle strip a minute ago. Thank you for that, because I was wanting the full screen version of that. So here it comes. once we get the ad played, get the bills paid, and then I'll hit the button, and there we go. All right, so there we go. This is a straight up view of that one we were kind of watching there in the lower right. You can now see the whole thing. Look at it. They've got a lot of people out there, and look at this. What the freak? I think it looks really cool. Some wacky camera angles on there. Yeah, that's amazing. The shots are kind of neat out of there. Yeah, thank you, Heath. He's trying to help remind me to keep reminding you guys to like and share and subscribe. And check out our backup channel, Starship After Dark. But also hit subscribe over there, but hit subscribe and the bell over here. Everything I do on this channel is hosted content. And so hit the bell, and that way you know anytime we go live. Yeah, every now and then they accidentally do something cool. Yeah, it is. That's true. We had an area down here called Babcock Ranch. There's like, I don't know, like 8,000 people that live there. And they had a protest and like 16 people showed up. And so, yeah, it's relative to the size of the area that you have. Does anybody really care when they want it? I don't care when they want it. Yeah, they're all out there. If that ice gives way, it's going to be a real mess. It'll be a real blow to the liberal community. Yeah, you can't write this stuff. I agree. Crazy talk. Okay, I've run the gambit again looking for video. This is what we have. These crazy liberals, man, they're absolutely nuts. I do think it's important at this time. I think it's very important to mention our sponsor tonight, because I think right now is a really good time to mention our sponsor tonight. Tonight's show is sponsored by Trump and All. Trump and All, from the makers of Trump and All, Trump Derangement Syndrome medication. This medication is specifically designed to help liberals live a normal life and to quit being so upset and to quit being suicidal and to quit screaming at TikTok in your mom's Prius. And I think it's really important to recognize that there is a medication out there for you. Do you have Trump Derangement Syndrome? Can you not live 5 minutes without hating on the big bad orange man? Can you do anything without can you ever go to a function or a public event or a family event where you don't constantly bring up your political things that you want to talk about? You have Trump Derangement Syndrome. And thank God there's now a medicine for people that suffer from Trump Derangement Syndrome. However, sometimes we're finding that it is just not enough. And when it's not enough, they have specially formulated the new MAGA Strength Trump and All. MAGA Strength Trump and All is great. It is it works really well. And let me tell you what, with MAGA Strength Trump and All, you'll want to get a job, you'll want to start a family, you're going to want to get a wife and kids. It's going to be amazing. and your flag will be right side up. Your heart will be in the right place, and you'll be good with God. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, Extras Drink Trump and All, Magas Drink Trump and All is there for you when you need it, when you just can't get over the bad orange man. And hey, Gigi, thank you for becoming a member of the Starship. And let's just say that you're so upset over the bad orange man that you just can't keep food down. That's okay, because we have fast-acting Magus Drink Trump and All suppositories. These suppositories will get you squared away. All you got to do is just ram one right up your pooper there, and next thing you know, you're going to be all set to go. You're going to be waving flags, and they'll be right side up. And you're going to be loving life, and you're going to be thinking how crazy it is to stand out in the snow to tell the police to stop doing the job that we pay them to do. And so this is a great way for you to get back to normalcy. And if you put 2 or 3 of them up in there, again, you'll get off your fat ass and get a job. And that's awesome. That's really what we want more than anything else, is for you to get off your fat ass and get a job. And of course, a lot of times people say, well, I didn't get a job because I don't get a good night's sleep. You don't get a good night's sleep because you're laying there thinking about the bad orange man, and that he may come through the door and destroy your life at just any time. The bad orange man. And so you need to be able to sleep. You need to be able to calm the crazy in your head. And the best way to do that is what Trump PM. Just take 2 of these little beauties, and next thing you know, you'll be waving a flag in your dreams. You'll wake up patriotic. You'll wake up at 3 in the morning pissing red, white, and blue. You're going to absolutely love yourself when you wake up in the morning, and you'll love your country, and you'll love your president, and you'll actually want things to go well. Hey, Rain on Saturday, thank you for coming in. That was cut off. I hope I read that right. Anyway, Trump PM is an absolutely amazing drug. It'll help you sleep, even though Bad Orange Man is waiting to attack you right outside your bedroom door. Don't forget to lock that bedroom door at night. And yeah, so there you go. That's Trump PM. Trump PM is just amazing. And next time an election goes bad, or maybe too many suppositories up the ass, whatever the case may be, hey, God, I'm having a real hard time with this because, oh, shit. They're going to start yelling that again. Let me turn that off. That's all those bastards know how to say, you know. I really don't get it. Anyway, whoever just joined, thank you very much. I'm sorry I missed the name. Anyway, real quick, let's just get back to this real quick here. Sometimes it's not enough, and sometimes an election will happen, and it really is a pain in the ass for you to deal with it. And so that's when we recommend, from the makers of Trump and All, Trump Butthurt Cream from the makers of Trump and All. This stuff really works great. What it basically does is, anytime reality's a pain in the ass, you just smear some of this on liberally, if you know what I mean, and it will take care of everything for you. That's the Butthurt Cream from the makers of Trump and All. Use this in conjunction with Trump and All for the best results. And you will find that you will be feeling better in no time. It's absolutely an amazing thing. So get Trump and All and the entire line of Trump and All products today. Walgreens, okay, Walmart. You can buy them at CVS, Ingles, Publix, or anywhere that psychedelic drugs are sold. There you go, the Trump and All line of products. Thank you for watching StarShip Adventures, sponsored by Trump and All. All right, so we're back. Poop like you've been eating KFC all week, man. There you go. I mean, put that shit on the wall, if you know what I mean. This is so cultish now, the protests. It is absolutely. Look at this. We've got fire dancers, and look at this. What, you know, I gotta tell you guys something, all right? What's next? The only thing we haven't had is dancing elephants, okay? Or, well, I guess for them it would be dancing donkeys. But anyway, the point is what's next? We've got inflatable dolls. We've got craziness and bullshit. They're throwing condoms full of piss at people. What's next for these idiots out there? What's next? You know? I'm just, my Lord. Yeah, they're doing fire dancing tonight. Maybe we can get some, I'd love to see some Why don't we get some strippers out there? If we're going to do it, let's do it, right? Yeah, they're doing fire dancing. It is cultish. You're right, neighbor. That's a good call. Yeah. Effing ice. You know, if you F enough ice, you'll get frostbite on your hoo-hoo. You know what I'm saying? I'd be careful with that. It's literally a circus out there. It is. It's actually a circus out there. I wonder if they brought more dildos. I think it'd be great if the cops all just picked them up and cleaned them and gave them to their wives. I think that would be a great reuse of resources. Oh, boy. Why would you defund ICE? They're doing what the Democrats and the Republicans have sent them there to do. Why would you defund something that's doing their job? See, that's the kind of lunacy that's going on out here with along with the fire dancers and the, I'm sure they'll be dancing with wolves and tigers next. Yeah, well, there you go. And let's lay off on the capital letters, okay? Everybody's speech here is just as important. But yeah, if you're from Portland, that's fine. I wouldn't be proud if I was from Portland, but that's okay. I'm from the free state of Florida, where there's no income tax, and they're about to get rid of property tax, and I'm very happy. So there you go. Yeah, I don't have a lot of rules. You guys can say whatever you want. You could even call me a Nazi. Just when you start typing in all caps and spamming and stuff like that, we have to put a stop to it, because I want everybody's word in the chat room to be equal. That's all. No big deal. It's a circle jerk, and he's the pivot man. There you go. Neighbor's in Minnesota and couldn't be more embarrassed. Yeah, I know, neighbor. It's pretty messed up. Yeah, this has been going on for just months. It's one thing to the next. It's vagina hats to Maduro to no kings to the teachers' unions to the bullshit to the fire dancers and the blow-up dolls and the no ice and the hate ice and the anti-law enforcement and the, oh my God, it's just ridiculous, you know. And what gets me is these people purposely go out there and they purposely drive into police officers. They purposely bring a gun to a protest, okay? My God, all the bad decisions are made on the left, and yet the moment that an officer does what he has to do, boom. It's just bad. It's, oh my God. Look, that woman, good. Okay. She got up that morning and she dropped her kid off and decided, you know what? I'm going to put the dog and my lesbian lover in the car, and I'm going to drive down this entire road until I find these ICE people that I know are there, because I have an app where I track ICE people, which in some states would be considered stalking, but we'll get to that later. I got an app where I'm tracking ICE movements. And so I drive there, and then she makes the decision to cross into the convoy. She makes the decision to cross the road and stop the convoy. She makes the decision to yell and scream and curse. Her girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, makes the decision to get out, makes the decision to confront as well. The poor dog's huddled up in the back seat. And she guns it towards a cop and gets killed. Sorry. That's the way it works. I was a law enforcement officer years ago. Okay? And I looked at that from every angle. There's 11, by the way. I looked at it from every angle. It's a justified shoot. It's completely justified. The person that created the situation, the person that made all the bad decisions that day, the person that chose to put themselves in harm's way, the person that interjected themselves into a police action that did not involve them, was Mrs. Good. I'm sorry. I would like to have seen her not get unalived. That would have been the best thing, of course. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I don't care what side you're on. All right? But you can't turn around now and call the ICE agent a murderer for doing exactly what his training taught him to do. And when they start talking about how these ICE agents are anti-American, no, they're not. They're doing exactly what the American public has sent them out there to do. There's nothing more American than signing up for public service, swearing an oath, strapping on a gun, and because I've done it, and going out there and doing what you got to do to keep the community safe. That's an honorable thing. So what I see is an ICE agent that made all the right decisions. He signed up, he got the job, he went to school, he learned it, he'd been doing it for a while, he does a good job. This is the second time he was attacked. The first time he was attacked, he should have shot, but he didn't. And so when you start looking at the entire situation in its totality, it's very clear. It's very clear to me. And I keep hearing, like, stop defending Gestapo ICE. That's just ignorant. You know nothing of the Gestapo. You know nothing of the Gestapo. If you say that, you're ignorant. To call them Gestapo or Nazi or all this, it's always that. You don't know what you're talking about. There's no comparison. None. ICE is doing what we sent them to do. ICE is doing the same thing that Barack Obama had done to 6 million people when he was president. And Bill Clinton, millions more than that. This is something the Democrats and the Republicans have wanted us to do. They want us to have sovereign borders. They want us to be here and to be a sovereign nation, okay, with non-porous borders and control of who comes and who goes from our country. That's not too much to ask. That's not inhumane. When these people come into our country, in many other countries around the world, you can get shot for that, coming in unannounced. You get jailed. You get deported instantly with no due process. So to say that we're not acting humane, we're acting more humane than over half the world would react to the exact same thing. It's absolutely absurd. If what ICE is doing is so bad, if what they're doing is so bad, then why did Barack Obama do it to 6 million illegals? Why did Bill Clinton do it to millions more? The Bushes did it, and Trump did it. Because it's important. Dennis, thank you for joining and hitting that button. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They're out here using pepper gas. Do you think the Gestapo used pepper gas? Huh? Do you think the Gestapo, when they would go in looking for people that they were looking for, do you think they would check your papers? Do you really think they would? Do you think the Gestapo goes in and they're, oh, I'm sorry, sir, but we're going to need to check your workers and make sure. No, the Gestapo would go in and they would come out with guns and they would order everybody on the ground face down. And then if you were found to be the one they were looking for, they shot you in the back of the head. To say what's going on now and to even compare it to Nazi Germany or the Gestapo is ignorant in its face. And it shows your ignorance when you say it. My Lord. Yeah, Obama was deporting them so fast they were putting them in cages. That's absolutely true. All those pictures that they pinned on Trump turned out to all be taken during the Obama era. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Gestapo, they don't get search warrants. They don't care. And if they get the wrong guy, the right guy, they'll shoot them both to make sure they get it, to get the right one. Yeah, the Gestapo, I mean, when you compare Trump or ICE to the Gestapo or to Nazis or to Hitler, you're showing your absolute ignorance of the world. You're showing your just absolute ignorance to the world. And the other thing you're doing is you're belittling one of the worst things that's ever happened in world history. I'm sorry, world history. Okay? The Holocaust, World War II. Okay? One of the worst things that's ever happened. And when you start talking about, when you start calling Trump someone is committing genocide, I hear that all the time. Laughable in its face. That's just laughable. And when you say it, you sound like an idiot. The reason Trump won so many votes, the reason the Republicans are doing so well right now, the reason that Fox News has 7 times the viewers than CNN, the Communist News Network? Why is that? Because people, your message is no longer resonating. Your message, which is, he's a Nazi, he's literally Hitler. If you don't know what the word literally means, you're literally screwed. That's the bottom line. And all you hear out of these people is they name call. Who name calls? Someone that doesn't have an argument. That's who name calls. Anybody that has an argument will give their argument. But when you're on the side of absurdity, when you're on the side of gays for Hamas, queers for Hamas, when you're on the side of the No Kings rally and then a month later have a Kings rally, okay? When you're doing these just the most hypocrite things, it's just hypocrisy at its base. When you do these kind of things and you say these things and you come into a chat room and start calling people Nazis and Hitler and all that, people recognize immediately there's an idiot. And the people in the middle, the people that you need to win elections, the middle 20%, the people that you need to win an election, you're not going to win them over with that far leftist bullshit dumb speak that you've got. Nazi, Hitler, oh, he's a fascist, oh my God, look, Trump's committing genocide, ooh, my Lord, listen to yourself. It's just ignorant. That's it. There doesn't seem, what are they teaching besides gay sex ed? What are they teaching in public schools now? That's what I want to know. I don't think that they did a very good job teaching about wars and stuff when I was in school. I know they do a shitty job now because these people, the first thing they do when they get out of college is they start calling everybody literally Hitler. Literally Hitler, literally. That's what I literally say, literally Hitler. They need to look up something. I swear to God, look up anything. Read something. Read history. I mean, I know that when you hate somebody as bad as you hate Trump, and you hate Trump because you've been told to hate Trump, I get that. You know, little minds run together. I get it. I understand that. But when you run for, you know, when you're hating Trump and you're doing everything you can to hate Trump and everything else, you are blinded to the fact that he's brought inflation down 8 points. You're 8%. It was at nearly 10%. It's now below nominal levels at 2%. When you start looking at all the facts out there, unemployment rate, dollar conversion, wherever you want to go, we're at least a little better than we were a year ago. And in most cases, we are tremendously better than we were just 1 year ago. Gas prices down $1 full in 1 year. You don't think that's helped the economy? Eggs are down, milk is down. Things are happening, man. And the tariffs that were supposed to ruin us all are helping us all. You know, for the first time, a businessman is running this country. You know, up until now, I don't think we had a president that ever had a successful business or cut a paycheck. You know, the politicians are where bad actors go when Hollywood won't use them. Politicians are just, they're just the shit sometimes. And so what you end up with, literally, okay, is just a complete shit show. And most politicians could not manage their way out of a wet paper bag. Most politicians don't know what it's like to cut a payroll. Most politicians don't know what it's like to have a business and to try to expand into other areas and to try to do things and be an entrepreneur or even be a philanthropist for that matter. These people would know nothing about any of it. They're politicians. They're literally, in some cases, they're so stupid you'd be surprised. There's some of them out there, they don't have the common sense, they don't have the knowledge and anything else. And these are the people that are leading the Democrat Party. People that are just absolutely ignorant when it comes to things. But it doesn't matter because that's who they elect on the left. Yeah, beef's going to come down. We're going to continue to see gas prices receding back. Yeah. And I want everybody to understand something in here too. I'm a conservative. I'm very conservative. All right. But being gay doesn't bother me. It never has. I've got gay friends. I work in the TV industry. I mean, there's not, I don't care about all that shit. You can do whatever you want. I am perfectly fine with it. Just don't get any on me. All right. Let's see if we've got any new views that have come up here. Hi, Mama. What you doing, big girl? All right, we've got about 1 hour, guys. It's 8:01, top of the hour. I'm going to check the news here in just a minute and see if anything new has come in. Let's see here. We got 1 hour till our reset. We're going to be resetting in 1 hour and starting a new stream. So you guys will have to find us and stay with us when we do that. Why do I do that? Well, let me give you guys a quickie on YouTube here. If I do a broadcast that I did 2 different, Mommy, you're showing your ass on TV. I did 2 different broadcasts that were 12 hours long, and both of them were removed because of the cussing and the people chanting F ICE and all that. I lost in both cases all of the ad revenue. I don't lose the super chats, but I lose the ad revenue, which is a big thing. A 12-hour broadcast with 80,000 people coming in, I lost a lot that day. I lost a lot. And so now what YouTube and everybody suggests that you do is you should just go ahead and start a new broadcast every 2 to 3 hours. So, yeah, as long as you guys are respectful, we are, we're a free speech chat. I do want to hear your point of view. However, if you put something in the chat, and I'm going to directly address it, I'm going to ask you questions about it, because we don't just make statements here that are not substantiated. Yeah, I mean, look, what I find is that most people on the right don't care what you do in your bedroom. As a matter of fact, there's a growing movement in the left and the right to get government completely out of marriage. Why does government decide who we can marry? Can anybody help me with that? Why does the government decide who I'm allowed to marry, who you're allowed to marry? Why? And so I think we should get the government the hell out of marriage. That's what we need to do. And you can do whatever you want. You can do whoever you want, and you can do it however you want. And I'm fine with that. That's part of being free. And I've told my party that for years. How can you say you're for absolute freedom, but I think men should only marry women? Where does that come from? What that is it's because we come from Christian values, and that is a Christian value. And so the government over the years has pushed morality on people like that. And I don't believe in that. I believe in the church, and I believe in Christ, and I believe that that's a good thing. But I also believe the government should not be involved at all in that. The government should not tell you who you're allowed to marry or not marry. The government should not be involved in anything like that. There should be a separation between church and state. Why are we telling people who they can marry and who they can't? And so that's what I'm talking about. What's going on in the UK? I don't know. That must be earlier. That must be earlier because it's middle of the night over there. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning where those guys are standing right now. So I don't know what's going on. I'll see if I can find out. Can you guys hear her? She is like purring right into the microphone. Well, that is a tough one, Blue Rise. That is a tough one. But I'm a libertarian, so I try to go the way of libertarianism. But that being said, I see your point. There's always another way. I think the best way to get along with everybody is to be accepting of everybody, and I am. And even these crazy people here, I will fight for their right to protest. I absolutely will. I will fight for their right to protest. I do think what they're doing is stupid, and I don't think it's going to get them anywhere. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. That's how I feel. Who paid for all the ice candles? I don't know, but I want one. It wouldn't last long here, though. I'd have to put it in the freezer here because there's we have had 3 or 4 nights right at freezing this year, which is more than we normally get. Another Al Gore. This is another Al Gore winter here, because the warming's being caused by the cooling, and all the cooling comes together and creates the warming. That's what Al Gore says right after I invented the internet. You can't fix stupid, Fishman. Sometimes you have to euthanize it. They might be fake candles. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Lord. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see if we got any natural sound from that. Let me see. Which one is that? That's going to be browser 4. Let's see if there's any sound on there. Eggs. Look at that. There's cases of eggs. Now, who are they throwing those at? Who are they throwing those at, ladies and gentlemen? They're laying out there getting cold. Who are they throwing those at? Why would there be an entire delivery of eggs sitting there on the side? Why? Those were paid for by George Soros or one of the rich people, and they're sitting there. Look at that. Could you imagine if people got into those eggs and just started all throwing them at the cops? I want you to think about that. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. I bet I could do that with my new etcher. Celebrate hating the police in civilization. That's what it should say. Celebrate hating the police in civilization. Throw piss at a cop today.
But people on both sides of this situation. I feel like if you're, the more you fling, the more people are like, I need to have something, like,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so it just started like totally in. So it's where it's like usually the people who struggle maybe more encounter that. Yeah, we're allowed to do that.
Those definitely are fragile pieces of ice holding this together.
You listen to these people and it's like, oh, people are just, they're in need and they just need things. And it's so terrible how, all the stuff and things and stuff and all that. And I just, my heart bleeds for these people. I just really believe that there's got to be more that we as a society can do to help these people, to know that people care about them and that people are out there for them and that people feel for their situation. And people, don't I sound like one of them? Just on and on and on with the horse shit. Just horse shit after horse shit. Just going on and on and on. And if you listen to them, what they're really saying is, my brain cannot wrap around reality and my heart's steering the ship right now. And that's pretty much where they're at. I'd like to boil up about 24 of those and make deviled eggs. Yeah, egg sandwiches are good. The problem is I have to make the egg sandwich myself because I like to put ham in it, and I also don't like onions or pickles in it. But I do like a little pickle juice. Do I not sound smug and No, I'm sorry. I can only smug it up so much. you know, and I got to talk at the end, and I got to go up at the end like this when I talk, and I got to say, oh, you know, I love to just go through my life, you know, just being steered by my heart, and I like to do everything and make sure that, oh, I like when everyone else knows that I have good virtues, and I like to signal that to everyone so that they know me better. Is that better? Is that better? Yes, a lot of people put relish in egg salad or relish in deviled eggs. I like the pickle juice, but not the actual pickles because I don't like crunch. Yeah, you got to keep your pickle juice. Egg sandwiches and deviled eggs, the pickle juice makes it. I prefer sweet pickle juice. My mom prefers dill pickle juice. It all just depends on what you like. Yeah, I'll drink sweet pickle juice. I'm not a big pickle fan because of the crunch, but I've gotten over the years to where I will eat pickles. Yes, it's ice sculptures for ice. Oh no, it's ice sculptures against ice. I think I'm kind of losing track here, guys. I'm not sure. Does anybody know? I don't know. Hey, no flux given. There you go. Flux or frack or however you want to say it. I always like that about Battlestar Galactica. They made up the word frack, and it became a household name for a while. Everybody was like, frack you, what the frack's going on? And it allowed them to say all the things they wanted to say because they weren't actually saying the F word. I loved it. Yeah, those eggs will freeze, and they're going to be a weapon. Yeah, that's it. There you go. And they're all just sitting there. Why would an entire pallet of eggs in 24 squares be sitting out, or what is 36 or 36 in a square? Why would they be sitting out like that? Are they protesting the Super Bowl? Oh my God. Chris, thank you for joining up tonight. I really appreciate it. I got to pull up my my thing here for subs because I think we're doing pretty good tonight. Let me see here. Pull up my analytics. I do appreciate it, guys. This is how channels, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but channels like mine, they have really big nights and they have really small nights. And so nights like this, we meet a lot of new people that will now be on our show when we come back in tomorrow night. And so it's really important to us that we meet as many people as we can on these big nights. And then that way we get more friends in that come in on all of our other nights when we're talking about news and science and space and really cool. Hey, Keisha, thank you for joining. I'm glad you're in. Welcome aboard the Starship. We're up to 27,000 subs, 2757. We've come up over 100 subs in tonight's show, so thank you very much out there. I really do appreciate that. It's one of those things where the subs mean everything on here, and the time watched. Those are the two things that mean the most. The thumbs up helps too, but the subscription and the watch time are the two things that help the most on YouTube. They're celebrating ice by hating ice with ice. I think. What are those ice hands? That's freaky. So what's that, like people frozen in ice? Oh, I'm frozen in ice. Oh. It's beautiful stuff, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I mean, it's like, okay. Oh, wow, cool old boy. Cool old bukkake. Good old bukkake. I love it. This is a really cool, chill, relaxed show. I listen at work. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try to put out a different show, something a little different than what everybody's used to. I like that. People that just go out and do the same old thing are not going to ever, survive on YouTube. And so I'm trying to come up with new and fresh ideas, like the grid here. We've been doing this grid now for about a year, and people absolutely love the multi-screen grid. I do get complaints. People will complain. When I watch your stuff, the stuff is too small. Yeah, because you're watching on your phone. I'm sorry, it works best on computer screens or on big televisions. Most of the guys that watch me all the time will watch on their TV, but they'll have their phone and they'll chat and listen to headphones on the phone. And that's the best way to do it. I'm picking up some natural sound here as we go. Yeah, no more fraud in Minnesota. Deport Waltz, Fry, the police chief. Yeah, I'm fine. Get rid of all them commies. And I'll tell you what, like I keep saying, and you're going to hear it one more time, I guess, tonight, because here it comes. Why do Somalis get free daycare? And I want you to think about this, okay? Forget about all the fraud. Forget about Tampon Tim. Forget about all the douchebaggery, okay? Forget about all of it. Hey, Lemmy Kilmister, something like that. Anyway, thank you for joining. Welcome aboard the crew on the Starship. Thank you. We're here every night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. But like Tampon Tim, you know, this fraud's going on. I get it. Let's put the fraud aside for a minute. Okay, let's pretend like everything's legit for just a minute. Now, I know that's a big pretend, but let's do it. Everything's legal. Why do Somalis have their daycare being paid for? Why? Why? Freaking why? My kid went to, if I don't have a kid, but if I had a kid and he went to daycare, guess what? I would have to pay for that child's daycare, wouldn't I? I would have to pay for that child's daycare. Do you pay for your child's daycare? Did you pay for your child's daycare? Why is it that every Somali in Minnesota gets free daycare? They get free home nursing. They get free autistic care. They get free in-care. They get health care. They get all this other bullshit. They get grocery services. They get all this other bullshit that's involved in this fraud. This fraud's a lot more than just daycare. The daycare is literally 1 out of 12 areas of the fraud, okay? Why do they get free daycare? Why do they get free groceries? Why do they get free health care? Why do they get home care nursing? Why do they get therapy? Why do they get all this shit for free? Why? My mom just went through all this. We had to pay for a lot of it, and they're billing us for the rest. Holy shit. We didn't get a thing, nothing handed to us. Lived here our whole life, worked here our whole life. My mother's spent 50 years in the workforce. And now we're struggling. But the Somalis got free daycare, free home care services, free autistic services, free specialty care services. What is going on? Why is that? America first. That's the one thing that endears me to Donald Trump more than anything else, is that America first. If we're going to give free daycare away, by God, give it to people that live here legally, people that are Americans, people that were born here, people that are on hard times here. Not people that came here and are living here illegally or living here legally through some kind of fraud, which I guess would still be illegally, one would argue. What the hell are we doing? What's going on? Why are we not first? Why? Why are we not first? I don't understand that. Have you ever been offered free daycare? Every Somali gets free daycare for the entire time. From 0 all the way to 18, they get free daycare. Why? Because they're Somali. Isn't that racist? America first. Americans first. Holy crap. This is ridiculous that these people get such an amazing priority over the rest of us. Why do they get such an amazing priority over all the rest of us? That's what I really want to know. Why do they get free daycare? Now, once we talk about all that, now we bring up, not only were they getting free daycare, but they were getting free daycare for kids that aren't even in daycare. It was fraud on top of fraud. It's literally double whammy fraud. I'm telling you, if you're looking for a job, you find something online, find something with AI. You can find all kinds of stuff. Everything's going online. And I'm sorry, but if you're someone out there that's not very tech savvy, that's going to work against you in the future for any job you're going to want to get. Every job, even the garbage man, has to type reports now. So it's one of them kind of things. That's why it's wild these people say they're protecting their neighbors by interfering with ICE. It's a warped view. It's a warped view at who their neighbors are. Their neighbors are their fellow Americans that are here legally. See, the reason they call them neighbors is because they can't call them anything else. They're lawbreakers. They're lawless people. They're people that don't belong in this country. They didn't ask to come to this country. They broke into this country, and they've been asked to leave, and they have not left this country. Bottom line. Somalis are American. They're American too. No. No. Many of the people involved in this are Somali nationals, actually. Many of the people involved in this are here on green cards. Many of the people are here illegally. And there are some that are here as legal residents. And I'm sure there's probably even a few that have gone through the whole process to get their citizenship. That's not the point. The point is every Somali child was getting paid for daycare, and they weren't even using it. That's the bottom line. Somalis are not American unless they've gone through the process of getting their citizenship, and a very, very small percentage has, less than 1% or 4%. It's some crazy little small number. So whatever you want to say there, yeah, that's just false. Yeah, that's the other thing. Did they come here? Did they learn English? Did they assimilate? No, they didn't assimilate. They immediately came here and started stealing our money. They came here and started stealing our money. That's what they did. They earned themselves a slow boat ride back to where they come from, if they don't get hijacked by their own pirates on the way back. Yeah, Somalis pretty much have no rules and laws. That's correct. And they come here with the sole purpose of exploiting our system for whatever they can get out of it. And I'm done with it. I want to lock them all up, every one of them. I'll build a prison if that's what we have to do. And guess what? California, you're next. New Jersey, Illinois. There's a lot of states out there. Of course, Oregon, Washington State. There's a lot of them out there that we need to go through with a fine-tooth comb. And we need to flush out every Somali daycare that's operating in every one of these blue states. You know what? We're finding out the problem doesn't exist as much in red states. You want to know why they're not finding it as much in red states? Because conservatives actually know what they're doing. We don't have this problem running rampant in Florida. Why? I'll tell you why. Do you think Somalis would rather live in Florida or Minnesota? They live in Minnesota because that's where they get away with the fraud. Okay? They live up there where it's 2 degrees because that's how they get away with the fraud. They move to a blue state where you got some douchebag tampon as the governor, and everything's easy to get. Everything is really, really simple and easy to get. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. These people move to blue states to get into the fraud, and people move away from the blue states to get away from the fraud. That's a fact. And now California, with their new rich tax that's coming up, that Gavin Newsom, he is such a douchebag. He doesn't know what he's doing. He literally is an idiot. I think his hair is more intelligent than he is. I can't believe that he's actually wanting to put a rich tax. They're actually wanting to do a rich tax, and they're running all of the remaining rich people out of California. And now they want to pass a law that you can't leave. It's like, you can't do that, you idiots. Oh, my God. Yeah, I can agree with too many countries get free money every year. I want to cut off all aid to all countries. I would cut off all aid to all countries effective immediately. I don't care. We need to take care of our own. We need to stop this senseless bullshit of sending hundreds of billions of dollars overseas. So I can't agree with you there. However, most of the Somalis we're dealing with here are not Americans. They're not acting very American when they're committing fraud.
We're here in the wing capital of the world to see what local experts think of Purdue air fryer ready.
Shut up. All right, so there we go. Texas, that's what I'm worried about. The left keeps changing the history books. We've got to get these history books back to where they were. We got to get things back to where they actually teach people something. You know, instead of teaching people all this useless bullshit that they teach in school, we need to start teaching people why the war was fought, what happened, and what was learned from it. What was the resolution of it? And that's something they don't teach in schools. What they teach in schools is America's bad. We dropped a big old nasty bomb on the Japanese people who really didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, Pearl Harbor was like an accident. This is the kind of ignorant shit you get out of the left. All right, guys, we've had a couple of cameras go down and another one's looping. So I need to take a minute here and see if I can
All right, so we're at the Whitman
find
building,
another one
kinda
here.
waiting for detainees
Let me see if
to
I can find
release.
some more
There's
cameras.
about 6 of us. Well,
I think these things are winding down.
maybe 4
I don't think they're going to have the
protesters,
gumption
and then,
tonight.
2 folks cleaning up, and then the rest Havens watch. So there isn't much going on. And then we still have ICE coming back, not obeying the stop sign, not obeying. Dude, there's a stop sign back there. Use your blinker too.
I love the guy saying, ICE didn't stop at the stop sign as he blocks the street illegally. Yes. Well, look, it's the same thing that's going on everywhere. It's the same thing that happened with Kurtzman Trek. They literally are feminizing Star Trek. They're literally feminizing Star Trek. All the men are gay. All the women are tough. Everybody that's in charge is always a woman. Every time a man does something, it's always wah wah. You know, it's just stupid. And Star Trek, which was a masculine show, has been completely castrated and neutered down to being just a woke piece of shit. That new Starfleet Academy is terrible. It's terrible. Cancel your Paramount Plus subscription right now. Yeah, what you guys saw them pallets of eggs. You saw them pallets of eggs. And see, there's more pallets of eggs coming off of this truck. Look at this. Here's the eggs. Look at this. They're delivering boxes of eggs. You guys see this? Center screen. Right? Right there. That screen right there. I'm not good at the Brady Bunch thing. But yeah, that screen. Hey, look at that. They're literally putting stuff out. Oh, here you go. There's the cantaloupe guy. What is he selling? Cantaloupes to be used as projectiles?
I'll sing it. I'll get it going here with me and the walrus. Hey, Chrissy, no. I want to know. Oh. LOS. Remember that friendly? Yes, God, that friendly got. He got dildos to the face, back of his truck, dents in his hood. I mean, that was.
Can you imagine explaining to the insurance company? So, sir, tell me what happened to your hood. It was pummeled by dildos from an angry crowd of blue-haired liberals.
Specifically get him, so I think he probably got away with it.
Can you say that again, sir? No, I can't.
Alright, so we do have folks in the road cleaning up the stuff. That was.
What happened to the finish? Oh, it was probably all the piss in the condoms.
Ooh, false honk. So they're going out on patrol.
I don't know where the eggs are being delivered to. It's a plain white truck, and they're being delivered into a parking lot, and they're being distributed. I can only assume that there's going to be a mass egging tonight.
Something is happening. Something is happening. I'm not sure what he's doing. When people go over there, it's usually to pick somebody up.
Why do you hate?
He's well dressed, maybe a little.
What made you think that? To that account.
Paul, every message that you send, I read the message and then I know before I see that it's from you that it's from you. So there is. This guy just got done playing tennis, possibly, because there is a tennis bubble here. So I wonder if that hurt their numbers.
Dad, you want to identify yourself or not? So, really be ashamed to start your career with the merit on your record. Get my ass. Yeah, they're bringing out on the bad cops.
Hey, JJ, thank you for joining the crew. Welcome aboard the Starship. We're on every night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 nights a week. Multiscreen news, space, and science show. I think you might find it interesting. Tonight we are watching the sights and sounds of the crazies protesting the anti-law enforcement, anti-civilization protests going on right now, anti-American protests, people that hate the country, whatever you want to call it.
I didn't see nobody.
Okay, so there we go. I'm looking through the news now. And yeah, as we mentioned earlier, we mentioned it earlier, but I just wanted to come back to this again. We lost Brad Arnold. Brad Arnold was the front man for Three Doors Down. Arnold announced stage 4 cancer diagnosis back in May of 25. He died Saturday, surrounded by loved ones. Brad Arnold, the lead singer and founder, member of the popular rock band Three Doors Down, has died after a battle with cancer. He was 47 years old. Oh, my God. According to the statement obtained by Fox Digital, Arnold passed away peacefully, surrounded by loved ones in his sleep after a courageous battle with cancer. As a founding member, vocalist, and original drummer of Three Doors Down, Brad helped redefine mainstream rock music, blending post-grunge accessibility with emotional, direct songwriting and lyrical themes that resonated with everyday listeners. The statement went on to praise Arnold's songwriting, which became a cultural touchstone for the generation. The band's breakout hit Kryptonite, which I love that song actually. It's one of our bumper songs at work. Was written by Arnold in his math class when he was just 15 years old. In the statement, his music reverberated far beyond the stage, creating moments of connection and joy, faith, shared experiences that will live on long after the stages he performed on. Above all, he was a devoted husband to Jennifer, and his kindness, humor, and generosity touched everyone fortunate enough to know him. Those closest to him will remember not only his talent, but his warmth, humility, faith, and deep love for his family and friends. The statement concluded by expressing how deeply grateful his family is for the outpouring of love and support during this difficult time. He was deeply missed and forever remembered, the statement ended. The band also shared a statement on X, and many fans shared their heartbreak in the comments section. What a loss, but we are very fortunate to have had Brad and y'all's music grace for our lives, said one person. Arnold first announced he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer back in May. He posted a video on Instagram which he told his fans, "I've got some not so good news for you today." The Mississippi native explained that he got checked out at a hospital after feeling sick a couple of weeks before, which was the doctor's diagnosis, diagnosed him with clear cell renal cancer, with clear cell renal cell carcinoma that had metastasized into his lungs. Later in the video, he assured his fans he wasn't afraid of the diagnosis, but added that he would have to force them to cancel all upcoming performances. He said, "Thank you for the memories so far. Now I believe it's not my time. It is really my song," he wrote in the caption of the video. All right, so there we go down. There we go. Three Doors Down was founded in 1996 by Arnold and his bandmates Todd Harrell and Matt Roberts while they were still in high school. Their debut album, The Better Life, was released in 2000 and was a huge success, featuring many of their hits, including Kryptonite, Loser, and Be Like That. All right, and that's what we got. That's via Fox News, so there you go. A loss for the music industry and such a young man at 47. I mean, he's 9 years younger than me. That's, Jesus. I mean, that's a little bit of reality right there. All right, so I want to talk about the halftime show. I don't watch football. I quit watching football because I'm convinced that the games are fixed by the referees. The officiating has been so absolutely poor at the games that I have become convinced that the whole thing is just bullshit. And I can't even watch it anymore because I believe in my heart that it doesn't matter the outcome of the game. It really doesn't, because they're going to, whoever's supposed to win is going to win. And I absolutely hate that. It makes it very hard for me to watch. And so that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I will be watching the All-American Halftime Show. It will feature headliner Kid Rock. Turning Point USA announced its lineup Monday for its alternate All-American Halftime Show to compete with the NFL's performance featuring that prick Bad Bunny. He's an anti-American jerk, that Bad Bunny. And so that's really a bunch of shit. I don't like that guy. He speaks out he's very anti-American. He speaks out about America all the time, and I can't stand it. Kid Rock will be the headliner for Saturday's show. Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett will also perform at the event. It's an all-American halftime show. It's an opportunity for all Americans to enjoy a halftime show with no agenda other than to celebrate faith, family, and freedom. Turning Point USA Andrew Kovitz said in a news release, we set out to provide an entertainment option that will be fun, excellent, and exciting for the entire family while millions are gathered together for the big game. These performers will deliver exactly that, and what we can't wait to watch the incredible show they're about to put on. We know millions around the country will be watching too. Vice President J.D. Vance also expressed his excitement for the event on X. Fantastic lineup for the TPUSA halftime show, including the great Bob Ritchie, a.k.a. Kid Rock. He posted on the social media platform. So how do you watch this thing? Well, Turning Point USA said the show will air on YouTube, X, and Rumble, and other conservative news outlets. I think they're going to allow us all to carry this. I don't know. I'm going to check. I might carry this myself. I don't know. Kovit told Fox News Digital, I don't think I can, though. I really don't. I think I probably can't. But I'm glad it's going on. I really think it's great. You should go watch it on the Turning Point website, and that way they get the credit for it. Kovit told Fox News Digital the broadcast is meant to provide families a different viewing option that will give the viewer an immersive and high-energy experience. So there you go. That's what we got. So watch that on the Turning Point USA website. and that's pretty easy to find. But just go there and find it, and plan to watch that. When they say, okay, we're going to the halftime show, just go ahead and go mute your TV and watch it on, however you're going to watch it. But just watch the turning point. If for no other reason, because I want the numbers to destroy the NFL. I want more people to watch that halftime show than are watching the NFL halftime show. So I really hope that you guys go watch that. Okay, let's see. It's going to be Oda on TV also. What do you mean Oda? I'm not sure. Over the air? Who's carrying it over the air, if that's what you mean? Yeah, we have an open chat here, Johnny. If you're of an opposite opinion, let us know. We're not going to attack you. Yeah, I don't like NFL. I don't watch any sport. I was never a big sports guy anyway. I watched NFL when I was with my mom and dad because they were big NFL people, or NFL, and also Santa's broken lawn chair. Welcome aboard, Santa's broken lawn chair. You're welcome here, despite the fact that you're broken. I just don't watch. I am convinced. I am 100% convinced that the games are decided ahead of time. I watched a Saints game like 5 years ago in the playoffs, and I watched those referees fix that game. I sat and watched it with my own eyes. Even the announcer guys were saying, "Oh, that's a bad call." How many times do you hear that? "Oh, that's a bad call." Why are we putting up with this shit? We've got it in high definition. There should be a supervisor up in the box, and every time these jokers make a bad call, they would come out and say, "Nope, we've got an override on the play," and da-da-da-da-da. That's how they should do it. There's no reason for bad calls to stand anymore. None. I don't know why they're having Bunny on. Okay. I'll tell you why. Let me go back. I'll tell you why. Why does the camera do that? Go away. Go away. God, I wish it would stop doing stupid shit like that. I put my hands up a certain way and the camera zooms in. I've got everything turned off. There's no reason for it to be doing that. Oh, Jesus God. Let me see if I can figure out what to do here. There we go. God damn. All right. I don't understand. Why do things do things when you don't want them to do it? I just don't get it. All right. AI mode. Hand tracking is off. Group tracking is off. AI human tracking is off. Everything's off. So why is it still tracking me? I don't even understand what it's doing. Anyway, I don't even understand what it's doing here. It's like all over the place. Look at this shit. There we go. All right, so anyway, what do we got? Let's figure out where we're at here. The first play of the season has an... Are you oh. Yeah, Johnny, the one I watched, what in the hell is freaking wrong with this damn camera? I'm getting pissed. What is going on? I don't understand it. I just want it to stop. Everything is turned off. I don't understand what the problem is here. Everything is turned off. Damn it, I have no idea why it does stuff like that, and it drives me nuts. Look what it's doing. It's taken off. Oh boy, this thing's really pissing me off bad now. I don't understand what it's even doing. It doesn't even make sense what it's doing. I don't know. Let's leave it there, and let's see if it'll stay. Damn it. I don't think it's hacked. It doesn't have an IP address. It has to be controlled locally on the computer. I don't have it coming and going through an IP address, so I don't think it is. Yeah, I mean, you can go back literally game after game, especially in the playoffs, and you can find where the referees the entire night are against one team. And it's crazy. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, guys, when I do the reboot at 9, I'm going to go ahead and restart the whole machine, which takes another minute. So we're going to do that. And we just rolled 10,000 views on this one, so thank you, everybody. Please hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live here on StarShip Adventures. Normally the studio, I have cameras and everything's turned on and it looks great. Tonight, that's not necessarily the case. I'm going to be trying to get things going here in just a little while. I went on vacation, I came back, and I haven't even gotten everything going yet. I've still got stuff in my car from the trip. It's ridiculous. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's live at this point. Everything was live a while ago when I first started this. Everything was live. And I'm trying to keep it live. However, as you can see, things keep going out. But I'm relatively sure this is live. It's being purported as being live. And it's just now getting dark in Portland. It's dark in Minneapolis. And I'm going to take a look right now and see if I can find any more feeds. This Tesla diner protest, this guy comes on and does this all the time, where he's doing like he's protesting at the Tesla diner, and there's like never anybody there, but that's what he's doing. I'll throw it up here. It's up in the top up there. Oh, he's eating. Well, that's great. That's an ad. All right, we'll see what's going on there. We'll track this for a few minutes. It's some kind of Tesla protest. I've seen this guy before, and there's never really anything going on. It's always just one of those things. But I'll go ahead and put that on for you guys right there on the top. Let's see what else I can find here. Let me move my way down. There's no news on. We've got That's Human Dilemma there in the middle, which is usually live. And tries to do a good job to keep everything live. But then again, you never know. The upper right, not live, I don't believe. It's 5:49 out, and I guess, I mean, there's long shadows. I guess it could be. The hardest part is trying to figure out what's live and what isn't. They keep screaming for ice cream. That's cool, I guess. Joe Biden was like that near the end of his presidency. Always screaming for ice cream. He screamed for ice cream. And that's it. Not a lot. There's not a lot of cameras on right now. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get us into the reset here. We'll be back within 10 minutes at the latest. I'm going to play a song out and a song back. Stay with us, and I hope you guys stay with us. We won't be gone that long, okay? So just bear with us here. Let me get this figured out here. Get this here. This is what democracy looks like? Is that what they're saying? All right. Anyway, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. This feed will end. Once this feed ends in about 5, 6, 7 minutes, there'll be another feed up here at StarShip Adventures. We'll see you back there in just a few minutes. So stay with us as we continue here.
Well, howdy, hypocrite whore, hair and signs. Time to roast your ridiculous rallies. Draw the lines. Y'all scream for chaos and our law and order fools, while truth hides in the corner, breaking all the rules. From another evil universe, illogical and wild, irrational, unrealistic, like a brainwashed child. Look at these woke weirdos, strange as they come, marching for no king's rallies and freeing Maduro dumb. He's a dictator crushing folks, but y'all cheer his name. Hypocrisy central, playing the same old game. Gays for Hamas, honey, that's a killer twist. They toss you off a roof, but you're on their list. Screaming about equality while bagging the hate from parallel evil worlds, sealing your fate. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest's a total no-go. Woke weirdos wailing in the snow, what a damn joke, bro. Banging pots and pans like toddlers throwing fits, while law and order laughs at your hypocrite bits. Upside down flags, frog suits, lawn chairs in the street. Y'all call this resistance, nah, it's elite retreat. Waste of time, waste of air, waste of everybody's day. Go home, snowflakes, truth's not your way. Inflatable frog costumes, that's your master plan. Portland's parade of freaks, looking like a bad fan. Shining lights in windows, keeping agents up all night. Trying to play hero, but you're just a sad sight. Aztec dancers twirling giant birds on parade. Puppets in the rain, man, y'all got it made. Non-binary noisemakers with whistles and horns, honking like geese, showing off your thorns. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest's a total no-go. Blue-haired banshees in the snow, putting on a clown show. Then crying oppression, grow up already, that's just regression. Gays for Hamas, no kings, then dictator love. Your logic's from hell, pushing shove after shove. Waste of time, waste of tears, waste of taxpayer cash. Abolish ICE, now abolish your trash. Y'all scream no fascist USA while causing the jam, harassing the heroes who protect from the scam, calling for blood when your side's in the wrong, then play the victim when the heat comes along. Overweight activists jumping on cars, megaphones blaring, queer folks dancing the taser, their safe spaces scaring. Back in Venezuelan thugs and molesters galore, pretending you're saints, what a hypocritical bore. Over 1,000 events, what a massive waste. Tiny towns full of trust fund kids, all red-faced. Soros scripts in pocket, following the herd, chanting ICE must go like it's a magic word. Ignoring the criminals, the rapists they cage, while y'all rage irrational, turning the page from evil parallel realms where truth's locked away. Unrealistic dreams in your woke display. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest's a total no-go. Woke widows, blue hairs, freaks in the snow go. Banging pots, our movement's a disease. Waste of time, waste of life, waste of everybody's night. Get a real job, dipsticks, or just fade from sight. Hollering for freedom they hate, backing dictators while sealing our fate. No kings one day, then free Maduro the next. Your brains must be twisted, completely perplexed. Gays cheering Hamas where they meet their end. Illogical love for the enemy friend. Strange woke warriors from universes askew. Truth has no home. It's banished from you. So here's to you and our law and order crew. Keep wasting your weekends, we've got better to do. Your absurdity's epic, your hypocrisy grand. 6 minutes of sass, disband. Stay woke, weirdos, or better yet, wake up for real. Law and order prevails, that's the deal.
All right, guys, we're going to switch streams. Switching streams. This does not conclude our broadcast day. We're simply just switching to another stream. It'll take about 5 minutes to reboot the system and get back on. We'll see you there for the sights and sounds of Earth right here on StarShip Adventures. We'll see you in mere moments.